Listen, I want you to call 2, 3 people. Let them know that the Christian Fellowship Council is on the air, providing great inspirational songs of praise, up-to-date community information. I'm Brother Willie Saunders. I'm going to be bringing it to you live, right with my co-hosts and all of our contributors. We just want to say thank you, and you're welcome to the Christian Fellowship Council. We want to just say we got a great program and for you today. So don't you go anywhere. Sit back and enjoy. Right now, I'm going to throw it right over to Gary. Gary is going to tell us some things about what we wanted to talk about is it as a very dear conversation, because we all know when it comes down to family, it's really deep. We're very passionate about our families. And so again, as you saw that demonstrated there at the there with the Oscars the other night with Will Smith and our young man that Chris Rock. Yeah, that he actually struck him and
slapped him.
He slapped him because of really basically because of family. So we are very passionate about family, although I don't condone violence. And you never know how you're going to act. A lot of people can sit back and pass judgment on a lot of things. They can say, I wouldn't have done this, or he should not have done that. But when at the passion, the heat of the moment, you don't know how you will act. You don't know, a lot of times we come down on our police officers a lot of times because they make the wrong decision sometimes, but we're human and we act differently. Sometimes you can freeze up, you can just lose it and not care about anything, as he did at the there. I mean, that to me. I don't know what punishment is appropriate for that action, but in the streets, it would have been different, and he would have been, again, he could have been. Why are you laughing, Tony?
Yeah, because it's true.
Yeah.
Hey, these Hollywood people, they don't live on the streets. They live in a different universe. They don't even interface.
They come from the streets, some of them.
That's true, but no more. We lost Willie. I don't know where Willie went. So listen, please go to cfcpage.com, cfcpage.com, and click on the donate button so we can stay on the air. And please listen, we want you to call in today. Okay, we're looking for people to call in. So our number is 212-219-9695. Join the conversation. We're talking about black on black crime. The most horrendous black on black crime was Chris Rock and Will Smith. Of course, that was the earth-shattering. Excuse me. And but there's a lot worse black on black crime happening. So we've got to be aware of that. So please, hey, go to our Facebook page, and we have a link there you can see us live on video. So the Facebook page is facebook.com/Christian Fellowship Council. Just go there, and you'll be able to see us live. And please, Christian Fellowship Council, call us. Call in. We want to hear from you. 212-219-9695. Willie, how you doing?
Hey, I'm great. Yes. We have the ability now to be able to take our phone calls while we're on. And so that means you can call in and voice your opinion or ask a question or join the conversation. But as I was saying, a lot of times when you quarterbacking something from the couch, it's a lot easier. So we all say, man, it was wrong. He should have did this and everything. I don't know what I would have done if I'm looking over there at my wife and I know that we're at a place. I just don't know the appropriate reaction that he should have taken. I don't think that was the correct one, but I think in the heat of the moment, I think he reacted. He didn't think. He reacted. What do you think, Tony? What do you think he should have done?
I don't think Tony's there. Listen, she has a medical condition, Will Smith's wife, okay?
Yeah.
Where she's losing her hair. Now, if you know anything about women, the hair is a very important piece of their life. To lose their hair, even for men, when men get bald, it bothers men, but it's 10 times worse for women. It's part of a woman's covering. So when she has a medical condition where she's losing her hair, and they have what, I don't know, they used to have a lot of people watching the Oscars. It's not worth watching anymore because it's just basically all political. But if you got millions of people watching and they're making fun of you and your disease, it's like, hey, Joe, your wife's got cancer. Poor baby. Hey, maybe we'll see her next year, but maybe she won't be around. Ha, 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 ha.
Well, I don't think it was like that.
I'm making a joke. I'm making a point, Willie, that's exactly what it's like. Because what she has is a condition. He was making fun of her condition as she was bald, and he was saying, "Oh, maybe she could be in
GI
Jane too."
But see, GI Jane was a positive figure.
GI Jane. It was about a movie about a woman who goes into the special forces and then she shaves her hair bald to be in it. So that's the joke. She was bald. Your wife could be bald and star in that movie, which is, I thought it was inappropriate. Now, is his response inappropriate? Yeah, to a certain extent. It was just slap. It wasn't a punch. Okay. So, everybody's coming against him, but he apologized. If someone said something about your wife, I don't know, how would you feel, Willie?
That's what I'm saying. That's the whole thing. You got to realize my wife has had not one, not two, but 3 complete hip operations.
Oh my
She's
goodness.
had open heart surgery. They took her heart completely out of her chest. She's been suffering with ulcerative colitis since she was 9 years old and dealing with it. That's a pain. Just 2 days ago, yesterday, they were trying to take a tooth out. And I had so much excruciating pain. I just wanted to just kill myself. I just wanted to get out of pain. And she's in constant pain and she's been dealing with it all of her life. So I know what she's been through. So if you see me acting the fool because I lost it, then you might say, well, wow, I can understand that. But do we really and especially at that vineyard, he took care of it right then and there. And maybe you can justify that, but it's just, again, I don't condone violence, but again, we had 2 police officers to run into. We had a crack house.
Hey, Willie, I want to let you know I made you the host. Unfortunately, I've got to go today. Anthony,
I'm waiting for our guest. Why don't you give him 2 more minutes? I'm checking him, seeing.
Well, maybe I can join from the car. Okay.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm going to check with him again.
Anthony, I'll call in. All right. I'll call into the number when I'm in my car. All right. Bye-bye.
All right. Thanks, Greg.
Later, Gary.
Take care, Gary. Hey, listen. Well, who's on? Who else is on with us? We got Daryl, Tony,
and Anthony. Tony,
you got Candy Daryl on the line. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now, what I was gonna say, we had 2 young officers. They was just out of the academy, but they were policing in the Newark area, and this is decades ago. And 1 black, 1 white. They went in this crack house. The white guy was standing in front of the black officer, in back of the front officers. He was carrying a shotgun. The black officer was in front of him. He was carrying a shotgun. They were going into this crack house. The white guy accidentally shoots the black guy. The cop kills him. And my point is that you don't know, although you could be trained and shown how to do things, we're human and we do make mistakes. And so I'm just saying that was a tragic and the white officer just he completely lost his mind because of that incident. So that might have been a little extreme to go, but I just wanted to let you know, we don't know how we're supposed to. We're trained to do a certain thing under pressure. We're supposed to exercise that job, but we are human and we don't know. So if somebody just disrespected my wife, I'm 9 times out of 10, I probably would have had the same reaction, maybe not with an open hand, but it would have been throwing some, with throwing hands some kind of way. I mean, again, we want to look at things sensibly, but when something triggers you right at the spirit of the moment, at that point, you don't know how you would react. What say ye, Brother Fitzgerald?
Well, this was a big thing. I think what occurred was really huge because it was on the on an international stage, something that the whole world could see. Definitely understand how if you feel really strongly about someone who's a family member and your wife is dealing with some kind of illness and someone's like poking fun or cracking jokes about it. I mean, yeah, you're gonna probably feel real horrible and emotions are gonna flare up. You're gonna want to take care of it or handle it some kind of way. But I don't want to. I mean, the example of how people perceive and look at people of African descent is really we get stereotyped. We get stereotyped as being emotional, overly emotional,
violent,
stereotyped as being violent. Violent.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, what do we? I pretty much I can understand it, but I can't necessarily kind of condone it because as men, we're supposed to set examples. You know what I mean? And we're not trying to teach other people, teach our children, teach kids. This is the appropriate way to deal with someone, making you feel a certain way. Get underneath your skin or disrespecting a family member. The way to deal with it is not violent, and it's definitely not. It's just that's not the way to deal with it. I mean, in the same note, he could have snapped back with something verbal. He could have addressed that situation verbally on stage. Will Smith could have said something to Chris Rock. I don't like what you said about my wife, or I really thought that was very distasteful, given the fact that she's dealing with a medical condition. You don't think like that, but what I'm saying is, you would hope that that's the example that we need to set forth as men in our society. We can't be teaching people in the world and our children, this is what you do. This is what you do. Somebody says something back, says something to you, verbal, you snap back physically. So I think the whole entire message was really wrong. And I think that it could have been handled better, and it should have been handled better.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think you would have had the same response if that was Mike Tyson hosting?
Right. Yeah, that's a good question.
Chris Rock would be standing up.
Well, I don't think you would have never had that case.
No.
Yeah, I don't think. I doubt it. Well, you never know. You never know. In emotion, you don't really think that Will Smith will slap Mike Tyson.
Not at all. It would not have happened, no matter what Mike said. No matter, in my opinion. Okay, I'm just saying that in my opinion. But hey, let's just welcome our brother King Melvin. How are you, King Melvin? Can you hear me? I don't think you can hear me, Tony. Turn his volume, or one of y'all volumes. I don't know if you can have them both on, because you might get some feedback. One of y'all, so you can hear it. But again, I don't think that if Mike Tyson had told a joke on about Will's wife, if it was even more pointed to her, I guess, the way it was, I doubt seriously if, if Will Smith would have taken that kind of action. But then I think it would have been a more sensible approach. Listen, I don't appreciate the fact, that you've insulted my wife unknowingly. You've insulted her, and so I'm just saying, I think people kind of pick and choose where they want to lose it because, I that's just my thought, and the way Chris took it. Wow, wow. The guy is a true professional. Tony, can you hear me? The guy is a true professional.
Oh yeah, I can hear you, Willie. I'm just trying to get some things set up in the studio.
Okay, I'm hearing a double voice on that from that other phone, I think.
Oh yeah.
But
right.
So I just feel as though that I don't want to say that. Well, growing up in the hood, such as myself and most of us, and I don't want to say the rules are different, but
they are.
Yeah, but the thing is, I'm trying to put in a way because, as you know, I got 8 boys and 3 girls, and I never wanted to give them, any one of them, any type of, let them see me, slacking, lagging, or doing something stupid. And because they'll do what you do. My sons, they'll do exactly, they know right from wrong, but I don't want to be the cause of them doing something, giving, the bad behavior. I don't want to do that. They never see me disrespect their mother in front of them. They've never seen me disrespect their mother, period. They've never seen me strike their mother. Anything like that. So I guess what I'm saying, you want to be an example for the young people that's coming up, that's following you. But in regards to insult, that, again, I can't say how I would have reacted. I can't say that. I can't even say that I would have done the same thing. You could, but.
Hey, William, I joined on the phone. I tried calling the dial-in number, nobody answered, so I joined on Zoom. I'm just on audio.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, that may be what we may have to do to send out the number as opposed to that number until we get it together where we can call in on the phone there in the studio. But I was just saying that, do you think it would have been the same reaction if Chris Rock was Mike Tyson?
Yeah, I do.
You think it would have been?
Yeah. Well, first of all, Will Smith is 6'3". So I don't think it'd make a difference to Will Smith.
You hear me, Willie?
Yeah, now I can. I also hear an echo.
You hear King Melvin?
Testing. You hear me, King? King Willie?
Brother, King Melvin, are you okay? Are you good?
You can hear him?
If he says something.
Hello, I'm saying.
Yes, hello.
You hear him? Okay.
Yeah, I still hear an echo too.
Sorry for the echo.
I think one of y'all just might have to just mute your phone. That way you won't get that bleed over. But hey, Anthony, Gary says he doesn't think it would have been a different reaction, even if it was Mike Tyson. Can you share a little of the way you? I'm not a betting man, but if I was a betting man, I'd say I'd bet $1 to a donut that would have been an entirely different reaction. And that's me. Maybe you guys feel differently, but go ahead.
Yeah. I hope it's not an echo, but I do hear an echo.
It's okay. Go ahead, Tony. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Yeah, I hate that echo.
Well, one of the phones It's got to be
You
turned,
gotta,
you know.
you gotta mute the phones.
Yeah, mine, King Melvin's is muted. I tried muting mine, but we're trying to work it out.
You gotta mute yours.
Mute mine, okay. I had it.
Now talk, hey Tony, talk into the mic and turn your mics up at the radio station. Press the button to turn the lights on so your mic is hot.
Can you hear me?
Now we can. Perfect. There's no
All right.
echo or anything. Go ahead. What was your point?
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Willie, for your mentorship. I really appreciate it, my brother.
No problem. No problem.
Well, I'm originally from West Philadelphia. West Philadelphia is a very tough place, despite what the imagery of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air gives you. Even though it starts out with with that whole kind of rough thing and him getting sent out to Beverly Hills. But anyway, and this is not the first time Will smacked somebody. He smacked a reporter.
I saw that.
Who actually kissed him in, I think it was some European country, which that was a real slap. Now, this one at the Oscars, I didn't watch the Oscars, but
it was a real slap too.
I think it was a real slap, but I also think it was kind of staged because he pulled it a certain way, and Chris didn't fall, and I think a smack like that would have really knocked him back. But I do believe that Chris went a little too far. I forget exactly what he said, but I know he said something about Jada and her hair or whatever, but and then Will walked off the stage and him smiling. It just seemed like it was a little staged.
Oh, you saw that? Because I pointed that out too.
Yeah, he was smiling.
Yes.
I felt like it was kind of staged, and they can get away with it because they're actors and then they're Hollywood and he's a top actor. And so I don't know. I just never kind of fully believe some of those actors because of how they can portray themselves, And they've known each other for years. I mean, Will Smith and Chris Rock, so I don't know.
Well, that's another. But my question is, if that was Mike Tyson, do you think they would have the same reaction? Will would have had the same.
Will wouldn't even came up on this.
It wouldn't even been a thought. It wouldn't even been.
Tyson is the kind of person he would have came up on the stage, or I don't know if he would even made a joke like that, but he did. Well, who would step to Mike Tyson, even though he's older now? Who would ever even think about that? So
yeah. Well, I'm trying to think in the heat of the moment, because if I was with my wife and Mike Tyson was over there and he insulted my wife,
I try to kill him.
I say to my honey, whoa, wait a minute. Honey, are you bothering this man?
I'm like, Mike, she bothering you?
Mike, she will not bother you anymore. Come on over here. No, but I mean, as a man, there's points where you won't go. No matter what, you're not going to allow somebody to insult or, not just your wife, your family member or what. And it's how you deal with it. I mean, he could have dealt with it in a lot of other ways. He made his point very clear to the world. Mm-hmm. But, again, I just think that I feel for the Chris Rock's family and him, or what they're going through. I understand that Will got up and apologized to everybody except Chris Rock. And then he Instagrammed them an apology. So like you say, whether it was staged or not, they did a good job if they did. What say ye, King Melvin?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Turn his mic up a little bit on the board. Just turn it, slide his slider up. Yeah.
There's a mic up too. So
yeah, you can turn them all up if you want. That will give you more. Go ahead, King Melvin.
Can you hear him?
Oh, can you hear me, King Willie?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
All right. Basically, you want the human version or the divine version?
Both.
Okay. Well, Jesus said it best, I dare lead a teacher and guide, judge not, and therefore thee will not be judged. And he also said it so profoundly when he said, he without sin throw the first stone.
Yes.
So on a divine point, I'm not saying who am I to say who's wrong and who's right. That's a divine thing. But The human thing is, if that was Mike Tyson said, "Are you ludicrous, man? Are you ludicrous, man? Are you talking about my wife? You ludicrous, man?"
Man, that's so good. You're right on with that.
And he, it wouldn't have happened like that. I mean, I'm just saying. I agree with you, Willie, because Mike, everybody know he's half crazy. No,
Right.
it went like that.
Yeah. Now some of that Will Smith, what he did, I mean, he's from Philadelphia. He's from
And another thing I just want to say, sorry, Tony. Another thing I want to
sorry.
say is that I'm used to men punching people, slapping.
Yeah.
Like
Again.
a slap. I mean, come on. I mean, we punch dudes out. I mean, like, and then it's like, I mean, why would you? I'm slapping you, and then first, and see, I'm in the Screen Actors Guild, so I'm concurring with Willie. You don't know what part of that was staged because on Will's level of his acting. Now dig this. On Will's level of acting, sometimes they don't know when to get off character. Listen to me. He's constantly in character, and he's on a high level of these characters. And a lot of our dear actors, we need counseling because sometimes they be into them roles. He just got finished, and I ain't talking about no butter rolls, but boom, boom, boom. I'm just saying,
Oh God.
when he got finished with the role of the father, the crazy father, I mean, it's hard for them to wind
Right.
down sometimes. So you really don't know what they're going through.
And
Yeah,
he
that
can
role
get in
was
and out of
like
the
that.
characters, as much as he wants. He can go right, and he's.
And first, the thing was he was smiling, and it seemed like when he looked at Jada, and Jada said, "You really think that's funny?" Then all of a sudden, that smile went off that
Disappeared.
face, and then he went
Yeah.
into
Yeah.
King Kong mode.
Sure did. Absolutely.
You saw that?
Absolutely. Yes.
Because he was
Yes.
enjoying the joke at first. It was very obvious. And then
Everybody.
when Jada looked at him and like, "Oh, you think that's funny?" Then all of a sudden, it was a transformation.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, whether it was staged or not, if it was, they did a good job. But if you look at the tape and you see after he smacks him, his hand is left like like.
Exactly.
I mean, I really didn't look at it to be staged because I could feel the hurt in there. And then when I looked at Jada, I'm like, that's hurtful. I mean, you can tell jokes and things like that. As Gary said, with the hair, a woman's hair is her glory. And so I'm just saying, I just
Willie. Well,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say this, Willie. When you
Uh-huh.
when you in the public like that, I'm surprised because you open for shots like that, especially if you're a comic. You open for shots like that. So when you say Chris, he took it like a true professional. I mean, when he got stunned, he was like, "Wow, Will just slapped the out of me." So it was really, I have to give him credit for that because that was a moment. It didn't seem staged then.
And he's from Brooklyn,
Yes.
so Chris Rock. So I'm sure he's a pretty tough guy. So
Yeah, Chris is from Brooklyn too.
from Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, I believe. Yeah.
Bed-Stuy, do or die. Oh,
yeah,
wow.
yeah. Mhm.
Wow.
At first,
not the
he
first
was
slap he got.
smiling, and it seemed like when he looked at Jada, and Jada said, "You really think that's funny?" Then all of a sudden, that smile went off that face, and then he went into King Kong mode.
Sure did.
Absolutely. You saw that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Who's speaking? Who's that?
It was very obvious. And then when Jada looked at him, I'm like, "You think that's funny?" Then all of a sudden, it was a transformation.
That's some someplace.
Absolutely. Yeah. Who's that speaking? We're trying to find out who's did a good job. But if you look at the tape and you see after he smacks him, his hand is left like I mean, I really didn't look at it to be staged because I can feel the hurt in there. And that sounds like us coming back. Somehow we're rewinding. We're going back through the.
I don't know what happened.
I'll take care of it. No problem. No problem.
As Larry said,
You have to let me back in also.
Hair, a woman's
Okay.
hair is her glory. We're on the countdown. What is this? So I'm just saying.
Willie, well, I've just got to say this, Willie. When you when you in the public like that, you know, I'm surprised because you open for shots like that, especially if you're a comic. You open for shots like that. So you say Chris, he took it like a true professional. I mean, when he got spent, he was like, "Wow,
oh, okay."
Just slapped the out of me.
I don't know
So,
where that's
listen,
coming from.
yeah, something's happening here.
I have to give him credit for that because
It's not
that
here
was
in the
a
studio
moment.
from what I
It
see.
seemed staged then.
It's at the studio.
I don't think it is. I don't see anything wrong.
Chris
But,
is from Brooklyn too.
I'll try to find out. Hold on.
That's not you died.
Tony, is your computer still on?
Say, Willie?
Is your computer still on? Because that sounds like it's rebroadcasting what we said.
Yeah, hold on. I'll try to find out.
Yeah, okay, down on the end, you got a button there. Listen, we want to just apologize for this. We got a little mix up here with the technical situation, but it's getting better. So far, okay. Yeah, who's that speaking? We're trying to find out. And that's coming again. Okay. All right. Listen, we have our guest on. My guest is here. All of you are here. Hey,
don't guess.
Listen.
A quick comment. Don't guess.
Listen, yeah. I don't understand what's going on here.
Yes, let me run it to the studio and ask.
It's repeating itself. It might be the computer. Hey, Tony, before you leave.
What'd you say?
Tony, before you leave.
Yeah.
If you look on there, you see the three lights.
Yeah.
Okay? Those are the computers. Look where you see the computers, computer 1 and computer 2. Bring those two down. Bring those two levels down.
He took it like a true professional. I mean, when he got spent, he was like, okay. I don't know where that was from. I have to give him credit for that because it's not here. That was a moment. What I
Okay.
I don't see anything wrong.
Okay, well, I'm gonna see.
Yeah, I brought him down, but I don't know.
Yeah, I just took care of it. On my end. Okay, yeah, I just muted that line. Is everybody on?
Yeah.
Candy Darrell's.
Okay, Candy, I don't hear King Melvin. But anyway, listen, I don't know, Gary, if you're still listening, my invited guest is here, my brother, and we were talking about this new bill that they are passing in Florida, where you cannot say gay. And I heard that, and the first thing I thought that, well, why does anybody need to say gay anyway? What was the, my point of view was that I didn't know if, labeling people, and I don't want to get the black mixed up with the gay issue and all that, but saying you're black or you're gay or you LGBT or you are, you're these different labels, I just thought they were, senseless. But I was talking to my brother Joseph, and he was giving me another view of this particular bill, because when I first heard it, I just thought it was a good bill. I thought it, no one should be labeled, but he has a different view on it, and I'll let him share his view with you. Welcome to the program, Brother Joseph.
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Oh, your volume, we can't hear you. You're muted. You
okay, now you can hear me. Now you can
now
hear me.
We can hear you. Yes.
Good to hear from you again. And CFC is continuing to be a strong power in independent Black radio. So as we continue to do that, me with Spirit One Broadcasting and you with CFC, is so important because we have an umbrella that we can bring so many people on air like we're hearing on the program today. One of the things that we're able to do as independent broadcasters is speak on every subject. We are not muzzled by some ownership to say, don't speak on this or don't speak on that. So we have been, I think, kind of brave and straightforward in dealing with any topic that interfaces the African-American, Caribbean, and diaspora community.
Yes.
So often when we turn on these other channels, they get a political view and they interpret it for their audience right away. Sometimes we don't interpret it and it needs to be interpreted. So God bless everybody who's been speaking today. I've been listening to the insights, and even though a lot of them are different, at least you are giving a perspective, because otherwise we got to listen to people who's not of our community telling us how we should be thinking, what empowers us and what benefits us. So that's the first thing. Secondly, in terms of the topics you've been talking about today, we talked earlier today on both topics, on the Will Smith issue and also on this whole issue about what should be taught in our schools. I'm a former teacher as well as a broadcaster as well, and I taught school. But let me first touch on the irresistible thing of the Will Smith situation that everybody's talking about. I'll just briefly, because I'm in the car driving, but I'll just stop to say a few quick words. First place, this whole thing, if we listen to it, is based on an insult of Chris Rock comparing his wife in some way to G.I. Jane. When I ask people, I found out that 90% of the people at least have no idea who G.I. Jane is in the first place or what she symbolically represented. So when I first heard him say that, my first thought was the G.I. Jane I remembered from the movie was a woman who happened to be a white woman who shaved her head and was a little warrior queen in her own way and exceeded. So I didn't know if he meant, I can't wait to see G.I. Jane 2, meaning what happens when we take, so I wasn't sure. But I can also say that when I saw his lovely wife in days prior on TV with her head shaven and a week or so with the beads on her head, my first response is how absolutely gorgeous and how Afrocentric it just aroused the whole vision of our legacy and our kingdom and our queenship and kingship and of our royalty overall, and how we should always be referring back to that and understanding that we come from kings and queens and princes and princesses. And I thought Jada exuded that when I saw her head shaven with the beads on it. I said, yes, my sister, it's fabulous and it's beautiful. So but to deal with the actual subject that happened, to what extent he knew she had alopecia or not, or what did he mean when he said, I can't wait to see G.I. Jane 2. So I wasn't sure, and I didn't know if that was an insult, but let's assume that she took it as an insult regardless of what he meant, okay? Regardless of what he saw, it's understandable that if you could tell somebody good morning or anything, and if they don't take it right, you have to respect the fact that it's offending that person. So when the sister rolled her eyes, we knew that, oh no, this was not being received in any positive way. I believe what throws everybody off is when they saw Will smile and laugh at the beginning as if he wasn't offended. And then instantaneously, like a switch being flipped, he turned into, I'm gonna come up there and knock you in the face, So I believe that is, a lot of people think it was staged. I personally don't think it was staged. I think this was a bona fide slap in the face. Brother Smith had explained earlier in his book and in other writings that he wasn't able to protect his mother when she was abused, etc. And I don't know to what extent he felt that he had to reprove his manhood at this time for a lot of reasons. He's been married for years. A lot of things have been going on. So I don't know. But what we do know is that when he went up and slapped Chris Rock in the face, and he walked away with a look on his face,
yes,
as if he was a living action hero.
Yes.
He had a smirk on his face like, that's right, I did it. What you got to say? Okay. And that was the feeling that I saw coming from that. What it did, unfortunately, is it also, I'm seeing, it separated our women from our men in terms of opinion. It's almost became a divisive thing. Do you support the fact that he did it or not? Or was he supporting? See, our women are so rightfully thirsty to see their brothers and their black men support and defend them and stand up for their honor. If you can still hear me,
Yeah.
and stand up for their honor, that almost many black women just said, look, if he was supporting, standing up for our honor, then amen, right on, okay? So we understand that instant sentiment on one hand, okay? But on the other hand, by doing that, so many people, young children who idolizes him as a role model, it reinforced the vibe of, what, somebody said that, go pop him in the head, and that had made such a global statement. But even having said that, I believe Chris Rock took it like a little warrior. You say, we had talked about if Mike Tyson off the Rock was standing there, would somebody come up and slapped him in his face,
I don't think so.
But see, the other thing we got to be mindful of on that same broadcast is that some of the other female comedians, which is understandable in a Oscar, everybody does a kind of mini roasting of some of the guests while they're sitting in the audience. I heard one of the comedians tell a person earlier that their movie, which was a comedy, wasn't funny. There's different things that it seemed like that's the platform to do some roasting.
Hey, listen, Brother Joseph, I don't want to miss you. I don't want to leave you. I don't want you to get gone at this point, but I want you to, if you can, take us over to this new law that they passed.
Let me comment on that. Let me wind down. Okay. Let me just say that Chris Rock deserves much respect for how he handled that period in following up to being professional and continuing that production, number one. In terms of, we talked about that other issue about this thing in Florida that they talked about during the Oscars, okay? They started the thing saying, don't say, gay and all of that. The bottom line is we all got to decide as people, if we want our history, what goes on with and has been going on with the LGBT community has been going on from day one in this country. It's best become more into light now. So the question becomes, be it slavery or LGBT or whatever it is, do we want to let our children be educated about our realities? That's the question. When do you tell a 3-year-old about lynching? We can debate all of these things, but it's all should be in the category of sharing the history of what this country is, what it was, and hopefully that will help shape a better vision for what it should be. I don't want to hold you all up. A lot of people got something to say, but that's how the Lord moved me to see what we talked about so far.
Okay, now with the law that they're telling us not to say gay, not to say that word, and the point of them teaching our 2- and 3-year-olds about sex education.
That's right.
I mean, what say ye in regards to that?
Look, I raised my daughters, and my daughters, went through different trials and tribulations. And they were forced to see realities that I would have not wanted them to ever have seen or experienced or to bear witness to. So it's like telling these kids not to say a cuss word. That makes some of the kids say the cuss word 10 times quicker because we tell them don't say it, okay? If a word represents something that is in your child's face anyway, if you don't explain it, somebody else is going to explain it. And if the parent and the next person other than the parent that hopefully is trustworthy to do it in a way that is deemed appropriate, it becomes a question as to when it is. I haven't done research to see how kids react at different ages, but there's an overall attitude of the people who don't want to share certain realities and are committed to a revisionist history, to forget what real histories are and real realities are, and to create a new one. And that gets into a lot of people, into the Christian and the faith-based community, into a lot of controversy, when all these things should bring people together in awareness rather than being divisive.
Well, yes, but me personally, I don't want some teacher trying to explain the birds and the bees to my 4-year-old, my 3-year-old, my 5-year-old. That conversation, I believe, is just is privileged, just for the parents, not necessarily someone in school giving their version of what the birds and bees are. I don't want someone trying to teach my young boy that he may have two identities, or he may be a girl in a boy's body. I don't want that done. When my kids get of age and they want to venture in different ways, different places, and different things, I'm okay with that. But as youngsters and children, I think the teaching them, about the birds and the bees in school, I don't think that's appropriate for the teachers. And that's my comment. Anyone you can comment on that?
Well, my brief comment, and then I have to run, unfortunately, is that there's always what is the preferred a theoretical preference of what we want in life. I believe if you ask any 10 parents who raised their kids as I have raised in my children, and I tried to speak to them as best as I could, but unfortunately, if you ask 10 parents right now who raised their kids, when did their kids first hear some of this talk? Unfortunately, I think, my guess, I haven't done any scientific research on this, but my guess is that half of them will tell you they heard about it from another kid or somebody else in the street, not from a parent or a school teacher. And that is the reality that I believe many of us have to face. A lot of the things we would like to have taught our children in a controlled setting, if you will, they heard about it on the street corner while the kids was sneaking, smoking a cigarette, somebody in the circle, somebody doing something they shouldn't be doing. I mean, if you're going to be real about it and not just dance around the theoretical prayerful preference, and rather deal with what is happening,
Well, hey,
Okay,
Joe, I just joined. I'm sorry, I'm late. I had something to do. I'm not quite sure where he stands, but are you saying, Joe, that you're okay with? Are you saying that you're okay with school teachers teaching this stuff to your kids?
I'm saying no. I'm saying I'm a former school teacher as well. And what I would be okay with is evaluating at any point, be it slavery, be it this or any other subject, at what point does it work? It's been said once that the future of religion is going to be what works. Okay, it's what works. What saves our children from all of this decadent, ungodly, worldly stuff that the media is programming our children to absorb. You got 5-year-old girls who you weren't about learning about this, standing on the corner with outfits on, gyrating like they're in Times Square, and or something, because the culture has our children demeaned down to a point, a very base point. And this is the broader picture. So in terms of what works to reverse that process, I mean, I worked with Sesame Street when they were, now I'm 1,000 years old, but I worked with Sesame Street when we first got on the air. And I put together films that would teach children, certain basic principles. That is how we decided what films would go on TV, okay? So my mind is always skewed to what works. I could float my guess and my theoretical preference, but if what you think is right doesn't work, you should be the first one to say, I want to know what works. This is my guess, but you don't know what works and what doesn't sometimes until we see. If you teach to answer your question a little more specifically, which is my guess, again, is that if you show a younger kid something and they freak out and you see that you need to know that maybe this ain't right after all, but then if you see kids grown going around bullying or killing some fellow student who's committed suicide or something because they were bullied, because they were not understood, you've got to balance that out.
Joe, I want to let you know, I am from Florida, okay? And the people here are really in support of that bill. Now, Hollywood has taken a marketing step. It's a lie. They're calling it the Don't Say Gay bill, which is a lie.
Right.
That is not what it is. It's basically, we don't want you grooming our kids for homosexuality or for transgenderism. We don't want you teaching them to try it out. That's at a very young age, an impressionable age. We don't want grooming. It has nothing to do with Don't Say Gay. So there's a lot of misinformation and lies that Hollywood's trying to force down our throat. Tell you what, people down here don't want that.
Well, let me say this quickly because I have to run. It's not only Hollywood. A lot of people people keep talking about Hollywood. There are people in every country, in every town, every city, every street who has various opinions on both sides of the track, so to speak. I think that people who are rooted in the gay community, which is not what I'm rooted in per se, but we should all be sensitive and love, as they say, each other, period. But people who are rooted in the gay community, who are formerly part of the gay community, who have worked with...
I wish they would be sensitive. I wish the gays would be sensitive.
Yeah, wait a minute. There are people who are in organizations within the gay community who have done the research and who have a better knowledge than me, who doesn't know. I'm guessing from being in the same side of the table you are, roughly. But the point is, we need to not be closed-minded and not have a lot of this is fueled by ignorance and hate. When we hate certain people and we're ignorant or not knowledgeable, if it's a sweeter word, kind of word, of what makes other immigrants, different people from different walks of life tick. So it's so important. And nobody should be more supportive of what's going on in the gay community than people in the straight community. Okay? It's not about them or us or anybody else, I turn on TV and I see people and I say, oh my goodness. I turned on the TV this morning on a TV show and a woman came on who I always thought was a beautiful woman, interested in. I said, oh, she's so beautiful growing up. She said, this is my wife. I said, well, we got to start being more understanding of this. It's not that it's what we have been raised with necessarily, but that is the whole idea, is that when we're dogmatic, in Florida, we know who is the governor and the bills that he's passing. He passed certain bills that has always been a little controversial. But all I can tell you is this, so that y'all can bring on some other voices. I would ask Brother Willie to bring on people who are from the gay community, bring on people who are from gay organizations, who represent those organizations and represent the constituency in that area to speak on this subject. My comments on this subject and on Brother Willie Smith is the same as anybody else walking the street. And if it makes any bit of sense, then thank God. But I've got to go,
Well, God bless you.
Thank you, Brother Joseph. I don't know if you have time, Gary, to explain that bill to our listeners, what it is and the bill, if you have just time to tell us about it or what.
Yeah, I'll do my best. I'm not an expert, but I'll tell you from what is going on down here, it's pretty simple. The bill is geared at not putting the teaching of homosexuality, the teaching of transgenderism into kindergarten.
I've got to go. God bless you all.
God bless you, Joe.
God bless you.
Thank you, Brother Joe.
Thank you.
Taking it away. In other words, you have to understand the mentality of the teachers' union, not necessarily all the teachers, but the union. The union of the teachers' union believes it's their right to teach the kids, and it's not the parents' right, that the parents should not be in the classroom. They should have no say whatsoever what they teach and they don't want the parents in there. So that you have to understand, number one, that's the union. That's what they want, number one. Number two, now we're going to put the power of teaching sexuality in this group of people who don't want us as parents involved. I mean, I should have a right to see what goes on with my kids. You know, they just had in the news this woman who is from I believe it's from New Jersey, who has been petitioning, sending in FILA requests, Freedom of Information requests to the school board about what they're teaching. So now they don't want to do that. So they're suing her for harassment. All she's doing is following the legal path of asking for a Freedom of Information Act. She's filed a bunch of them. It's her right. What are they teaching her children? But they don't want you to know. So what they want is that when they say don't say gay.
Yeah. Listen, Gary, I just not hate to interrupt you, but we're going to be going over to a station identification. We have a group from Florida that's going to be joining us, a young rap group that's trying to find their way in terms of some of the things that they're doing. And I invited them on. They said that they would be coming on at 4 o'clock, but we're going to be going over. Gary, I can come right back to you after the station identification. And being that we're here, you can continue, but we'll be right back. For those of you listening on the radio, we'll be right back in about 2 minutes, and we will have our guests from Florida, a group called Money, which is a huge group that is making their way right now. They're doing some things, so it's going to be.
What part of Florida are they from?
I think, if I'm not mistaken, South Carolina. They're from South Carolina, but some parts of Florida. Other parts of Florida.
They're from Florida. Where in Florida? South Carolina.
Okay. I tell you what, you stay on.
Gary was about to go hang out with them.
You'll be able to talk with them. They're coming on now. I'm holding them in right now. I just wanted them to start them at 4 o'clock. So we got 2 more minutes, and we'll be right back. But go ahead, Gary. You were just explaining the situation with them.
Well, I'm
trying
just
to teach
finishing up. The bill in Florida is not a don't say gay bill. That's a lie. That's marketing that Hollywood and the left is pushing forward, because they literally don't believe we as parents have the right to what our children are taught. And now they want to have the power to teach homosexuality, to teach transgenderism, to allow children to explore the possibility that they be gay, that maybe they like one another. And, I don't think that's the school's point of view, that they should be doing it, especially when you understand the union's position that parents don't have the right. So that's about it, Willie. That's all I want to say on that.
Wow. Well, later on we can do, and Joseph said we should invite some of the LGBTQ community and some of the gay people to hear their side of it. I'm not opposed to that at all.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So next week, be ready.
Well, we got. I just want to let everybody know. Next Wednesday, we got meatloaf, not the original.
Yeah. Yes.
Not the original, but we've got the. It's the band that's honoring them. And I watched a performance, and they were phenomenal. It's called Meatloaf, MEET Loaf.
Wow.
We're having them on next Wednesday at 3 o'clock.
Very famous group, and they're doing some big things too. So next week we want everybody to make sure you join in with us. But right now we want you to stay tuned for Money. And there's some young brothers that are doing their thing, brothers and sisters, I might say. So let's see. Let me see if I can get them in here. I'm seeing them in the waiting room. Okay. I don't see them in the waiting room. Okay. So give them a little time to tune in, and we'll bring them right on, and we'll be able to talk to them and see what's happening in the young world and with young people that are, doing their thing. But what do you think, Dr. King Melvin?
Pardon?
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Yeah, we can hear you.
Hear you. Okay.
What were you saying?
We were asking what your comments on what you just heard.
Well, I just, I always go back to the root of the Holy Spirit,
Yeah, you're kind of very low. Can you tell him to turn you up?
Yes.
Can you hear him?
Can you hear me now?
Now that's better. That's much better.
Okay,
All right.
I always go back to the, I said, if anything, they're going to probably give me a lot of different titles before I close my eyes and put this earthly body up. But all I want to be known for is being a student of God. So,
Okay. Hey, Tony, is there any reason why he's that low?
No, I have him on the mic. You
Now,
can hear him?
yours is
how
much
about now? Can
louder.
you go? That's
Is
better.
his light? Is his mic up and listed?
Yeah, his
Waiting
mic is
for
up.
them to call in.
Is it better now?
Can you hear me
That
now?
we're waiting for them. I don't see them on Zoom. Yeah, go ahead.
Now?
It's better?
It's not like yours, Tony, but go ahead.
Well,
A little louder.
I speak loud. I just know that
Is it better? I'm sorry.
the whole.
Hey, Tony, you don't have his button is not lit. On his mic is not on now. Is it on?
I have them both lit.
Oh, okay. Well, then push both pans up. Okay. All right.
Let me try something now. Did you hear
Can
him
you
better
hear me
now?
now? Hello.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, we
louder.
can hear
That's
you. We can
louder.
hear you.
Louder?
I can hear you.
Yeah.
You're good. Just go ahead.
All right.
Hold on for. Let
I
me
would-
just see here. I'm looking for our young men. I'm going to ask them to put their video on so we can see them. And go ahead. You can finish.
Well, I'm just not going to be long. I'm just
Go
saying that God told me one time, the Holy Spirit
start
rather
this video.
said, there's nothing under the sun that happens unless I deem it so. Not even a leaf fall off the tree unless I deem it so. So the fact that God got all these different people in the world, God can shut down anything if he want to. But the fact that we got all these different people in the world, I believe that God, Holy Spirit, want us to learn that we need to understand nobody has Willie's fingerprint. Nobody has Tony's fingerprint. Everybody have the right to be different, and we
Yeah.
don't have to.
Okay.
We don't have to. We can disagree without being disagreeable, and I believe
Absolutely.
God wants us to understand it's okay for people to be different. But you ain't got to put your difference on me. I need to. If we in the world together being different, we need to understand how to get along, but not let your truth make your truth my truth.
I understand. Okay. Well, we're going to revisit that. Definitely. I hear you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to our listening audience, our radio audience, our Facebook audience, our YouTube audience, to all of you around the globe that's listening to the program. I want to introduce you to a young man. I'm just going to call him Mr. Steven Jackson. And he's going to come on. He has this group called Money on Money. And it's a young group that's out of the South that's going to tell you a little bit about some of the things they're doing. And we're going to I want to hear some of their music because you know how we do. We have our brothers on. And again, we can definitely introduce them to our audience and see how we can push and propel them further. So, Mr. Stevens, are you with us? Mr. Jackson?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, hi, how are you? Why don't you come on, introduce yourself and introduce who you are and what you do.
I am Money on Money Jack. I'm an artist of Money on Money Entertainment. As you see, a CEO, another artist, but let them introduce themselves.
I'm Josh. I'm a CEO of Money on Money Entertainment.
I'm Jazz. I'm the CEO of Money on Money Entertainment too.
Aiden, an artist of Money on Money.
How y'all doing today?
Oh, we're great. We're great. See, you got the whole group.
So, oh, it's more of us too, man. It's like we got a team of 15, but you know.
Oh, yeah. Excellent. So that's great. So all of you got your set points that you do, set parts that you do.
You want to talk? So we set up all the shows. We set up all the studio appointments. We set up all the promotions. We sign artists. We run the record label. Yeah, we run the record label.
Okay. How did you guys start your own label so quick? I mean, how long has the group been around?
We've been established since 2017. That's when we really got official, got paperwork done on it. You know what I'm saying? But we've just been up and running for right now, probably real deal, say about like 6 months right now.
About 6 months?
Yeah, we really at it. I wish you could see what it looked like, man. We came a long way, bro.
Oh, well, I'm looking at you guys. You guys got all of you. I see your brand. It looks great.
Hood Perspectives. We do podcasting too. We have a Hood Perspective podcast. So we do podcasts as well.
Oh, excellent, excellent. So tell us a little bit what's on the horizon for the group.
We got a show coming up on April 17th. It's called Easter in the Park. We got our artists on there. We got a 12-minute window. We have a venue there. We're going to be selling our merch. We're going to be selling wings, and we have a whole team and everything ready to go. Our artists going to be performing out there. 80. Here's one of them right here. Jack, one of them. Go ahead and let them go, man.
Yeah, man. Really ready. Can't wait. You know?
Yes.
You know, the whole Georgia, Florida movement is real big, you know, and we're trying to take it to new heights, you know. So yeah, we're gonna have the video team out there live or whatever going for the event. And so
that's another thing. We do it all too. We do our own videos, do our own music report, we mix master, we do our own thing, the whole in-house everything. You know?
Wow. So what the kind of music you have? I understand you got some music for me. I'm not hearing the so I want to hear it, but I want to hear it in its entirety. I want to, you know, see you know, you got some music for me, right?
yes, sir. You didn't get the link that I sent to you? It should be in your email.
In my email. See, yeah, you didn't text it to me. Yeah, well, you can do that now. You can.
Okay, cool.
Okay. You got a song on your phone.
Oh, they can play it. They can play it right there.
You got the clean version, right? Yeah, he's live on his phone.
Can you hear me, Willie?
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
we're getting that together right now.
I just wanted to ask
okay,
you
all right.
questions, man.
Also, you can follow us on all major platforms. We're on Facebook, Instagram. We're on Twitter. We're on Snap. We have all of our platforms on there. It's Money on Money ENT.
I think one of our panelists have a question for you. Go ahead.
Willie, these
Yes.
young brothers sound like they got the Motown Corporation stuff going on, man.
Yeah,
Yes.
they got.
Yes, exactly. Man, I'm trying to tell you. We the new movement. We the moment right now, man.
CEOs like that, got your artists, all the platform, got the street team doing the posters, and got your internal label. Do y'all do artist development, all that stuff too?
Yes, we do all that. We have younger kids that rap with us
Motown,
too.
Man. Come on.
Yeah, we work with them on the artist.
I'm an artist too. I'm excited about what y'all doing because I'm an artist / manager, talent manager in the SAG. Y'all, how old are y'all?
I'm 32. I'm 34.
I'm 31.
Man, yo, that's inspirational, man. See, this is why you can't give up on the young. You can't give up on the young brothers, man.
Yeah,
they're doing that.
They're the future.
Yeah, they're executive.
CEOs and I'm like,
Facebook page, Instagram page, you can.
I'm impressed, man. So I can't wait to hear your music and some of your artists, man. So listen, y'all going on the right path, man. Y'all are young. Y'all gonna be infinity heirs before even y'all gonna get money, man. Stealing this dude. Look at their logos, man. This is business, man. I'm excited about these things.
And they look good, don't they? Oh,
yeah. Any of you guys play instruments?
For real, you know.
Any of you guys play instruments?
Yes, my cousin actually plays the bass guitar, the keyboard,
Oh wow!
all that. He's a member of our organization too. He's our producer. Yeah, he's a producer / beat maker. Yes.
Oh great!
You got everything you could possibly need.
Yeah, we are
Basically.
one stop shop for us. We do it all.
Oh cool. And you're based out of where now?
Cocoa, Florida.
Okay, where's that next to or close to?
Cocoa Beach. It's like an hour away from Orlando.
45 minutes away from Daytona.
All right.
Yeah.
So we're central Florida.
Yeah, I'm sure the weather's a lot better down there. Right, better than us up here.
We're on the East Coast. Yeah, it's nice out today.
Yeah, what you guys like in the 70s, 80s?
Yeah. I'd say in the mid 70s.
About 85.
This is the question. How much hours y'all putting in, man?
Sometimes we don't even leave out of here. We spend the night a lot of nights in here.
But our main hours is like, typically 9 to 5. But if you make appointments, we'll get you in whenever, as long as you make your appointments, we'll honor that.
All right.
So if you got a gorilla it, you're gonna gorilla it.
Two of them, man.
Hold on 1 second. Just say it again.
I'm sorry. We didn't hear you.
We know the phones are ringing. We know y'all. The phones are blowing up. We hear you. We get it.
Getting that money.
Yes.
Money on money. Who came up with that idea, that name, money on money?
Money on money right here.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's like a family name, man. Family brand name. That's why it means a lot to us.
Our abbreviation is Moment. MOMENT. Moment.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, let me see.
Yeah. When did you guys start? What year did you start? What year did you?
Oh,
when you
yeah.
founded?
2017 is when it officially became a name, like on paperwork and everything.
Yeah.
But we've only been up and running about 6 months now.
Right.
Oh, okay. All right. Are you going on
We did
tour?
a lot in 6
Tours and
months.
travel?
Yes, we did a lot in 6 months. We built this whole building. It was empty. If we could show you around the building so you guys can see, y'all would see what we got going on in here.
Oh, okay. Well, we always like to see the
Did you
building.
click on the name?
Are you going on any tours? Are you guys like traveling and
We're not on tours yet, but we have a show coming up on April 17th. It's called Easter in the Park. We're opening up for Bobby Fishkill and Moot Boy and a couple of others.
Let's leave.
Okay.
Yeah, so we just starting out right now, but we're really moving out in the spirit. You know what I'm saying? We're walking in the spirit right now. It's really guiding us. It's on some it's destiny calling us right now. You know what I'm saying? So,
Definitely. What's your style of music? Like gospel, of course, and jazz, or R&B, or a mixture?
That boils down to another thing. We do it all. It don't even matter.
Yeah, we can do it all because we have instruments. We have all types of genres, but we're mainly R&B and rap right now. But we definitely do it all.
Yeah.
How many people you got on your roster?
I say the whole team.
We got as artists to my artists or just people period.
The artist.
This is the right.
It's 7 artists.
Wow.
You have me, an artist.
Big 80.
Big 80. You have Josh. You have Jack. You have Wax. You have Cut.
Jay Slime.
You have Jay Slime. And you also have Jazz, which is him right here, the CEO.
Okay. Right. Yeah. You have any
We
ladies
all
in the
make quality
group?
music. You better believe that.
You have any lady artists in the group?
At the moment, we do not have any lady artists. We have
we have man, he tripping.
We have a feature.
I discovered her. Yeah, we got Mike.
Yeah, because a woman can take it, far beyond what you can expect, man. They have so many, gifts and talents. Yeah.
Can you say it again?
Man. What's your goals? Man? What's your next 5-year goals, man?
The goal, we're trying to get a distribution deal. Really, we're working on trying to get our material together, our hits, right? And we're gonna go to the big labels, man, like Universal, Capitol Records, or something like that, to go get us a distribution deal.
Cool. How would you describe what's the what like genre of music would you say that you were in, if you had to pinpoint a particular one?
me typically, I just make music.
Okay.
It ain't really, you know, it's just me. I'm built on the feeling of how I feel about music. But
Okay.
I like that answer.
Yeah, it's like if you hear a beat and that beat make a certain sound to you, you know that's the type of song you want to make. You know,
You just
So
let,
it
the,
never really
let the
be-
magic happen.
sir.
Yeah, let the magic happen. Definitely.
Yeah, you know, it just come natural sometimes. Whatever you make, you know.
Like it. Wow.
Yeah, we see y'all in studio right now. We wouldn't mind getting a little taste of what y'all have.
Yeah. Bust out a little something.
Bust out a
something.
little
Come
something
on, bust
live.
out a little something.
Okay, hey, so do you want us to send that email? Do you want me to send that to your email right now?
Yeah, I want you to send it to my if you can text it to me on my phone, and also send it to my email, because I might have to get you guys to play something there. You know, so
Okay,
we can hear it there.
Live is always best.
We're gonna go put the phone
You can kick an acapella. Come on, y'all know you can kick an acapella.
With the spirit leading, right?
Now this building, how did this building come about?
Actually, one day me and my cousin, we were riding talking, which is Jazz, the CEO. Me and him were riding talking, and he was like, our cousin had passed away. His name was Tony, and Tony had always used to talk about he wanted to get a building. It was this building that he wanted to get. So when Tony passed, Jazz just took initiative, and we had only did what Tony wanted to do, and this is what we ended up with right here.
Wow. Wow, that's great. It is big enough for you to do what you need to do?
Yes, sir. We got a podcast room, we got a freestyle room, we got a beat room, and we got the recording room. All the magic happened there.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
It's a place of creativity, man.
Yeah.
It sounds like you guys are taking care of business. I don't know. You must have someone
Got on point.
that's been in it before, that's kind of giving you the 911 on what's happening in the game.
Oh yeah, sir. Man, we finna try to touch every spot that we need to touch in the game, man. We definitely going up for real.
So it's many members to the group. It's just not you four. It's plenty like other people who help out.
Yeah, it's more of us.
Oh yeah, we're a team, man. We're a family right here. This is Tiffany right here. She played a big part. Go ahead, Tiff. That's our manager.
Hey,
there we go.
There we go.
Right, smoothly.
Hello.
How y'all doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Great.
I'm good.
Yeah, man, she handled a lot of the stuff that going on in here. She's part of that. She's the glue to the organization for sure.
Oh,
I hear you. Hey, so
y'all love
an album? Did you drop an album or a single, or what do you have out right now?
Right now we working on the Money on Money mixtape. And then each individual gonna have little albums and stuff.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Well, man, it'd be just real cool to have you up in the Port Authority. What do you think, Tony?
Oh, definitely. They would definitely
King
draw
Melvin?
a crowd.
I appreciate y'all, man. We
We
appreciate y'all for having
New York
us.
and all, man. We all from New York. We all out of New York.
We're in Manhattan. Right now, we're on Wall Street.
Oh yeah, we gotta come up.
Yeah, you got to come north. You got to come north. Definitely.
Oh yeah, we gotta swap social medias with y'all too, man.
Oh yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
I'll definitely follow you. Definitely.
Absolutely. Well, listen. Do we have our brother Fitzgerald? Brother Fitzgerald, are you with us?
Indeed. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I think this is amazing. Money on money. These are executives, they know the business, and they got that drive, So I know they're going to do great things. So I'll be following them, definitely. I'm Candy Darrell. I support artists. I'm a talk show host. You can check me out, Candy Conversations with Darrell on YouTube, Candy Conversations with Darrell. But I do a lot of celebrity interviews too. And but I think it's just phenomenal when you see young adults with just they doing it. I think it's amazing. I'm really looking forward to hearing their music, following them on social media. Because that marketing piece is really important. You guys just keep doing what you're doing.
Appreciate it. We appreciate all the support.
Definitely
for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, if you get some of your music up, with King Melvin, and definitely our brother Fitzgerald. This is what he does. He does. He actually does managing. He does your contracts and things like that. I mean, you know, he's not an attorney, but he works with some industry and attorneys and things like that. And so it'll be a good connection for you, because anything you want to ask, you get ready to do, run it by him, you know, use him, you know, to help you. That, you know, so, and he's not going to charge you everything you call him or anything like that. And he's got a lot of knowledge in the business.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
We appreciate that.
We
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Definitely gotta get that contact. Yes, we need that contact.
Yeah,
for sure.
I think King Melvin is going to be doing something right there. He's a comedian, clean comedian, and he's going to be doing something right there in New York in a couple of months, isn't it, King Melvin?
Yes, guys. If you
Yes,
come
sir.
to this show for Willie Saunders, we family. We open for. I'm in the Screen Actors Guild. Been in the Screen Actors Guild and SAG. Since 2000, done act with everybody in just about every major video. Lauryn Hill, Carlos Santana,
Nice.
just to name a few. But anything you want to know about the Union Screen Actors Guild, I'd be glad to share that with you. And also, I'm producing a TV show, you know, because see, some of us, even though I'm 69 young, I'm a teenager. I'm a teenager. So we getting ready to do a show called Teenagers / We Still Got It.
Okay.
So that's happening. So if y'all come up, y'all be a part of that. It's just a lot of great things we want to offer, because I like, you know, we have a family, and if you need us coming through Willie Saunders, we got you. We
And
very
vice
proud of
versa.
the young
Y'all
people.
know,
Yeah.
vice versa.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm gonna tell you like this, for sure, we coming to New York for sure.
For sure.
Come when it's warm. Come when it's warm, though. Because right now it's
Come when it's warm, man.
I ain't never seen snow before.
Man, that snow is everything though. That snow is
Oh,
everything.
We ready, man. We prepared.
Oh yeah, we coming though. We coming.
you're a little late on the snow,
When y'all
but
gonna be when y'all gonna be doing the show?
what's that again?
When y'all gonna be doing the show y'all was talking about? The movie.
We're gonna be producing that July the 1st, coming up. We're working on the pilot, so we could have that show roll out July the 1st. It's gonna be really, really powerful. It's no show. That's
I
really
say let us know when and what time we need to book our flights and rooms and we coming.
Yeah.
See, I like that brother. Brother, he ready to put the wings on.
That's time to come to New York.
We gone.
That's time to come to New York is in the summertime, because then that's where everybody's out, and you can go to the different parks if you want to perform live, and go to Union Square and just pretty much anywhere, Washington Square, and perform live for people, and you get a big is either yay or nay in New York, you know what I mean? But for the most part, people love live music. And
not only that, Willie created this Down the Port Authority. Every genius that you wouldn't even think of genius, they come through there, and you like, they playing with their knuckles. So I'm talking about playing, you know, with their heads. I'm talking about
who you just had DJ Red Alert there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it was like my anniversary party or something. Yeah,
we just had a big thing there. But anyway, the doors are open, and you guys are family, man. I love your orchestration. I love your administration. Your administrative.
Appreciate it. Yes.
You know, your branding, everything. You guys are. I mean, I'm looking at you and I'm saying, wow, what else is there? Because you got it together. Now it's just getting you booked and getting you into certain shows in certain places. That's all it's going to take. I haven't heard anything yet, but I'm sure.
Trust me, we got straight pressure. We straight. Yeah,
we got something for you here real quick.
We got something that's radio ready, clean, and ready for y'all to hear right now.
Oh, cool.
Oh, okay.
Y'all ready?
Okay, hit it.
All right.
Dirt on my name, will rain, I'm blood spilling. I'm selling dope before I got some. Watching them boss, same Ross, streets was out to get it. I was only 12 there, I was out there with it. Tony was here to tell it, you know he kept it glizzy. Running these streets, you gotta keep a gun in these streets. 14 on some snatching and flee. 826, Rose really told me to eat. See my daddy Southside, that could talk to the kids. Yeah, for the projects, whole nother dialect. Move wrong, get your brain dissect. I'm from that chocolate, ain't no telling who gon' die in. Tell you what, I'm shooting with the finance, ain't worried about it. She tell me don't fit, don't need no click. I'm coming with my stick. When I arrive, it ain't no plan. When I see you, gotta go. I'm a man, God, and the boss. Ain't no telling how I'm down. Cause only God knows how I live. Man, it's the homicide. My niggas dead in the team. In all this pain I bring, I make you feel. I said to the other side. Dirt on my name will rain, I'm blood spilling. Gotta watch
That's something that we
That's
got.
just a little, yeah, a little clip of it.
Okay.
Listen,
Right,
We got the whole
if-
song, but we just figured we'd just show y'all a little clip.
yeah, well, if I liked it that much and I liked it like that, I mean, I'm sure that I would love it. I want to hear the whole thing. I want you to send that to me, and I want to play it from the studio because
Okay.
really, I wanted to get the full effect. You
right.
know?
Yes,
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
I understand.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We was gonna email it to you, but
We got plenty more to come too, though.
plenty
Y'all
Okay.
just stay tuned. That bear with us, world. You know, we coming to y'all.
Keep it
Full
coming,
throttle.
man.
No
Keep
doubt.
it coming, man. I want you guys to be safe too, because in that rap field, you got a lot of crazies out there too. So you guys got to really, bond together, look out for one another, and stay prayed up because that's the trick to this being
That's
prayed.
number one. That's number one.
Amen.
That's number one.
Absolutely, man.
Oh,
I got our brother Tony here,
Yes,
and I'm
sir.
just gonna ask him to just say a little prayer for you real quick, if you guys don't mind. Just
Yes,
rolling
sir.
off the
Yes,
clip a
sir.
little bit.
we appreciate that.
Okay, thank you. Lord, we just want to come before you and we want to pray for these brothers and pray for their business. We want to pray for the brothers and the sisters and their whole family in Cocoa Beach. We want to just pray, Lord, that you move them, Lord, to do this music, to do the music for you, and to do what you put the desire in their hearts to move and to do something, to have this passion. So, Lord, we pray, Lord, that they will go to the ends of the earth, to wherever you send them, not only in the U.S., but even overseas, Lord, that their music and them themselves, with you guiding them, will go all over this planet and just have no barriers for them, to the point where you just expose their music to other cultures, other languages, everybody, Lord, who it can touch. People in hospitals and people in different kind of businesses everywhere, and let it be therapeutic to those people's souls and spirits. And we just ask, Lord, that you bless all of them. And in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Man, I tell you, it was a pleasure, man. It's just like we got so much to talk about, so much to go. Now, before I let you guys go anywhere, I know we are just gonna let each one of us to throw something at you, and we're gonna start off with our brother Fitzgerald, because he's got Music Land that's gonna be coming on at 5:30. I think he'll tell you about it. Go ahead, brother Fitzgerald.
Yeah, well, Money on Money. It's a pleasure. I do Welcome to Music Land on WPAT every Wednesday at 5:30, and we get to play music by new artists, also traditional music too, music by established artists as well. I would love to have you guys on a Zoom guest and a feature of production, because that marketing piece is like one of the biggest parts of business. Like actually, getting that brand, to everybody, get it across the world, get it international. So I'd love to have you guys come on Candid Conversations with Bill Fitzgerald. If you just check it out on YouTube, I'm Candid Bill, Candid Conversations with Daryl, Darrell Fitzgerald. I really like that sound. I really like that sound that you guys are representing. You know, you gave us
it's hot.
You gave us a little taste. You gave us a little taste. Yeah, that's definitely fire. That's definitely fire. So we definitely want to try to do what we could do to kind of support you and what you do. And that's where I specialize in a lot of marketing piece and helping new artists with their PI, their product image, their public relations, their marketing, and that type of thing. Their digital marketing is very important. So check me out. And this is my number. I'm going to give you my number. This is 860 922.
922.
Yeah, 922.
Yes, sir.
6983. That's 860-922-6983. Definitely leave me a voice message or a text. And I'd love to have you as guest. On Candid Conversations with Daryl, one of the other digital public TV shows that I do. Definitely, because you guys are up and coming, and you got a good sound, and you clean, organized. You got the administrative going, and we just want to be the CFC. Just want to be a support to what you guys are doing.
Yeah, we appreciate all that for sure. We put our heart and soul into everything we do, so we definitely appreciate y'all noticing that.
I can see it. I mean the branding and everything. Yeah. Hey, Dow, are you coming through a headphone or something? Because it sounds so muffled. I mean, we barely can make it out. We're making out.
It's probably the Zoom. It's probably the Zoom. It's probably the Zoom connection. It's a Zoom connection.
In the studio. You can tag his name on our Money on Money page, and we can talk more.
Oh, we got his number too, so.
And we got his number, so.
All right. What's your Instagram? Because I'm on Instagram now. I was going to follow you real quick.
It's Money on Money ENT.
Okay, Money on Money ENT. Okay.
You type in Money on Money, it'll pop right up.
Yeah, you'll see this logo right here.
Money on Money EMT.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, King, why are you smiling? Because you saw that, huh?
Oh, you know
the
I
labels,
saw.
the branding, the marketing. That's what they're gonna go
branding.
for. Hey, listen,
I
we're gonna throw
love
it over to King Melvin, and he's going go ahead, King.
Well, I just want to say I'm King Melvin.
How you doing?
I don't care whatever you're doing, you got to have your mind tuned like an instrument.
Yeah.
And I teach a spiritual philosophy called mind tuning. It's just like if you got a computer, I don't care how much you pay for the hardware, and I don't care how masterful you are as a computer operator. If you got damaged software, you're going to get damaged results every time. So if you don't know the word of God and don't know don't be in tune with your inner spirit, it ain't happening. So I like the fact that your spiritual young brothers, and you take my number anytime y'all want to get that mind tuned and that mind, and you know when you're out of tune.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Call me, man, and I'll be glad to drop that on you. And I want to drop one of my clean comedies on you. It was this guy, he fell in a bear cage. This clown, he fell in a bear cage. So everybody come running to him and saying, yo, get that clown out of there. That bear gonna eat him. And the supervisor said, that clown ain't, that bear ain't gonna eat that clown. He said, man, how you gonna say that? He said, because if he eat the clown, he gonna taste funny.
Okay.
I'm killing myself over here. But check my number. I'm at 347.
Hold on, I'm ready. I'm ready now.
347.
What is it?
346.
What's the first three?
47.
647.
What you got?
Okay.
347 346 3047. I'm King Melvin, and background singer-songwriter, play just about all the instruments, do acting like I'm breathing. So if you really Want to be in tune at the top of your game? Your mind got to be tuned to your spirit.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Right. That's right.
Definitely got to be mind ready.
I got you guys. Is it Money Man 85? I pulled up something. Money Man 85. Then it says Money on Money Entertainment ENT underneath.
Money on Money ENT. You'll see this logo right here. Money on Money. And you got to put 47. Oh, it's 47. Money on Money 47. Sorry.
I'm gonna throw it back over to our brother Tony. I'm gonna throw it back over to you. Go ahead, Tony.
Okay.
Have some questions for the young man?
No, I was just looking for the IG, just trying to make sure I got it right. But I will follow you guys definitely.
Money on Money.
Find out who was their inspiration.
Okay.
Who was their inspiration, young guy, in the industry?
Talking about who inspired all of this?
Yes.
It was just me and my cousin. My cousin named Tony, man. He passed away from sickle cell.
Who I was telling you about earlier.
All right.
Yeah, he just passed away last year, man. So me and him was supposed to start this up, and he ended up passing away. So I brought my best friend Josh in here, and that's taking off from there in the name of Tony. It's Money on Money.
Well, I condolences to the family to y'all.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Hey, Tony, your video is going out. But listen, my brothers, it's just a pleasure, man. Let me ask you something. Who is Renee to you guys?
Who is who now? Say it again.
Renee.
Who is Renee? Yeah.
All right. All right, man. Shout out to Renee, man. You know, that's my cousin, my love, you know, that's family, that's blood. You know, hey, she gave us the opportunity, you know, we wouldn't miss out on it for the world. I just thank her for, you know, giving us the opportunity with you guys.
Thank you, Miss Renee.
Renee, money on money.
Money on money. I like that. Listen, again, I'm just trying to make sure I cover everything. I just wanted, now listen, give it to us nice and slow. Your Instagram, your Spotify, anything that you're on, any of your social media, give it slow so our listening audience can follow you and help get your numbers up.
Yes.
Okay. Well, y'all want to follow us on Instagram? It's Money on Money 47. You know, if anybody watching and listening, you know, it's you know, Money on Money, MONEY MONEY 47. Anybody who want to follow us, we're gonna follow you back.
Cool. Okay. Is there any other website? So that's the website. You got the website. Everything
for everything. That's for every social media we got is the same one.
Oh, okay. So if they want
to that's on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter,
TikTok,
everything is Money on Money.
We'll have ways so you know venture into our individual lives outside of that too. So we'll have other tags to follow on there also.
Okay.
Man, I'm telling you, I'm excited meeting you guys. It's always
y'all too.
Glad to meet you.
If
you want to see our studio,
the last time
we can show them the studio.
Oh, yeah, you gonna show me the studio?
Yeah, can you
give you a tour?
Give us
this is our podcast room right here, sir. So you know we got our backdrops.
Oh wow!
Oh wow! Wow!
Turn around.
Hold on, we're gonna turn it around for you.
There you go. So this is our podcast room. You see, we have our microphones. We got our backdrops in here. All of our lighting. We have a 4K camera. We shoot movies too.
Wow.
Okay.
This is our beat making / video editing room right here. We got 3 computers. We got TVs on every wall. We got a fish tank in the wall. Then this is our studio right here. This is the booth, our music booth right here.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Nice.
That's our engineer right there. That's our engineer.
Bust a note up in here, man.
That's Banks right there. That's our engineer. This is what we're working on right now.
Wow.
Then this is our Freestyle Friday room where we do all our freestyles and everything. Yeah, and then we got a room upstairs. We're about to turn that to another studio up there. And that's pretty much the whole building right there. It's not super big, but it's not small either. You know what I mean? It's got enough room.
Super big, man. That is beautiful. You got to put together and everything. All right, man. You know, again, you guys are so far advanced. I mean, you know, a lot of people, they never, it takes years before they get to this level, man. You guys just seem to have all
We've done this in six months. We've done this. We gutted it. This whole place was empty. There was no, like right here, there was no door right there. We made a door. We did a lot in here. Like there was no steps here. There was a ladder. You know, there was a ladder right there. We made steps, walls. Yeah, you can see all of our progress on our page too, because we got it before and after pictures and videos and all that. So you can see the whole progression.
Man, that is awesome. That is awesome. I'm so proud of you young guys, man. You know, and listen, let me change the subject a little bit. How are you guys dealing with the police in your area?
The what?
The police in your area. The Popo 50.
Oh man, I can't do it.
It's still up there. Hello.
Yeah, oh, there you go. I brought that up. I thought you guys left. I thought you said, "Oh man,
sorry about that." Little mouthfucker.
I'm just. The reason why I'm asking is because I don't want to hear anything negative. I don't want to hear any situation where, you know, something dumb happened and you guys are up and coming. So you really got to be very, very watchful and very, very in tune to where your surroundings and what's going on around you. You know, we know bad things just happen all over. So we just got to prepare ourselves and understand what we're around. That's why I asked you, how is your relationship with the police? And, you know, because I just, wait a minute, I didn't get that. Say that again.
Stay away from them.
Yeah. Do they stay away from y'all though? Because you know how the cops, you know, especially as black men, you know, like Latino men, you know, they gravitate toward this for no reason.
Like listen, like with us, I like that question. That's a good question because I understand where y'all going with that. Like, we not troublemakers. We ain't what people expect. We ain't what people expect. You know what I'm saying? Like people look at us, oh, that's a group of black boys who they probably bad as I don't know what. They probably just do whatever. No, that ain't us. We on something different. We trying to pull states together. That's what we trying to do.
Yeah, we're a product of our environment, but we're changing our environment. So at the end of the day, we all, you know, we have our trials and tribulations, but at the end of the day, we make the best out of everything that we do. And we strive to be better men every day.
This is what we're working at every day.
Yes, yes.
We're trying to, you hear us through our music. Like I said, we got plenty much more coming. You know, we're coming at people in all different shape, forms, and fashion with this music. You know what I mean? Like, we just not one dimensional team. We more time person. So
all right, well, y'all, you know, y'all gonna be out there, and I gotta tell you, we're gonna be looking at y'all on television, and we're gonna say, guess what? They came on our program first.
Right, yeah. Like I said, it won't be the last time. You getting the exclusive and everything.
They're getting a Grammy, an Oscar too. Just make sure Will Smith ain't there that day, you know. So
you went in.
I went in there. They doing movies and music, so.
I am definitely excited again. And listen, I don't want you to be a stranger. I just want us to continue to gel together. And as you saying, you know, don't be afraid to reach out if there's a question you don't know, if you need a little help in a certain area, if you want to be introduced to different people, give us a holler, let us know so we can do what we can do as, I won't say older men, but as other brothers trying to help other brothers. You understand?
Elder statesmen.
We'll see y'all in June, right?
Come on up.
Okay, we're waiting.
Yeah, we coming. We down to network and rub shoulders anytime.
Find us the TV's rooms. We coming.
You get that music to me.
Yes, sir. Right? We definitely will.
Gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. And again, we're gonna set this up again. So I want to have your music at the studio where I can bring it across the lines so everybody can hear all it's in entirety and the real body of it, you know. So we're definitely going to do that. We're going to set that. We're going to schedule that up. In fact, I'll give you a call or I'll have one of our contributors to give you a call and set it up so that you'll know we're going to be highlighting your music, and then you guys can come on again and walk us through it.
Okay.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
yes, sir. Yes,
And you
sir.
just got
Thank you.
another-
Thank you.
And you just got another follow. I just followed you, Tony James artist. So you see
All
that.
right, we appreciate it. We're gonna follow back.
All right.
Hey, okay, guys, you take care. You have a great one.
You too.
Yes, sir.
God bless. God bless.
God bless now.
Take care. God
Yes,
bless.
sir.
Okay. Is everybody good? I'm sorry, I didn't want to cut off before.
Good.
King Melvin, you good?
Oh no, we're good. We all good.
Okay.
Good.
All right. All right, gentlemen. Take care.
Peace and love.
Take care.
God bless.
Bye-bye now. Okay. Yes, gentlemen. I tell you, I mean, just to be involved with young people that are doing things that are moving forward. And the main thing, you didn't hear guns, carrying guns and just getting out of jail and things like that. I just thank God for that. And it's good that some of us, I won't say, older men, but yeah, older. I didn't say old. I said older men can be a mentor for some of these young kids, some young guys, and continue to help bring them along and everything. And whatever we can do to keep them out of, going into that big place, man, because, I was down I was in Chicago a week ago. And down there, you hear, if you're not from Chicago and you don't know too much about Chicago, you hear all kind of tales. You hear about old block and shooting, everybody shooting everything. Man, I met some beautiful people in Chicago. I'm telling you, the food was great. People friendly. I didn't, it was not even a hustle bustle kind of thing. It was, I met some beautiful people in Chicago, and I met some strangers that was really, really, I would say friendly is, I don't know if friendly is the word, but very, should I say hospitable, to meeting people. And I had an excellent time. And I had a chance, I went to Indiana. I think I was in Indiana on Friday. Thursday, I was in Chicago on Thursday. And Friday evening and Saturday, we opened up an office in Indiana. So we got another, the returning youth in Indiana. Mm-hmm. So I actually have a physical office right now in the state of Indiana. And we got some brothers down there that are doing some great things. We have some brothers that took over a hospital and turned it into a center for homeless and people with dependencies. When sometimes when you think of a homeless shelter, you think of a place that don't smell too good or a place but these guys have done such a job. I tip my hat to them, and I keep talking about it because they're doing something. They're making a mark. They're feeding 600-700 people a day. They're growing their food. The kind of, is it hydroponics? What is it where they grow
hydroponics?
Yes, yes, they grow it inside. They have a place where they sell stuff. These brothers just took on and said, this is what we have. But let me just give you some information on Indiana. Now, the people down there, they were so cordial. They picked us up. They took us around, went to several places. But Indiana, they took me to the Jacksons, where they were born at, and they gave me all the history. In fact, I met some of their very close friends that was able to show us and tell us a lot of things, what's going on and what, in Indiana, and why it's just a desert right now. And when I say desert, I don't mean that in a disrespectful way, but most of the buildings down there, there's actually nothing down there. When I say nothing, I mean the housing. blocks and blocks of houses or look like they were just vandalized and, you know, in need of being tore down. This is Indiana. And we met with the some of the officials there, and we had a chance to sit down and speak with them about some of the things that's going on in Indiana. And we were talking about what we were bringing to the table, what we would be bringing in Indiana. And they were like, they want to work with us. They want to work with CFC. They want us to be there. They say anything that we do there would be better than what's happening there now. And they don't have a car dealership there. They have very limited stores. When I'm telling you, it's just a bad scene. And going down there, we were looking at some of the blocks, some of the land that's there, and the mayor is willing to do whatever we ask. If we want to take a home, some of the lands down there, some of the homes, some of the abandoned homes, and tear them down and everything. But I had a meeting after coming back from Indiana, and I was, we're there. We want to help any way we can, and we have a lot of young people that are returning home, and there's nothing for them, and so eventually they go right back because of something they did. They didn't get a job. They didn't have money. They did something or whatever. They lost their temper. They did what Will did to, I don't want to keep hatching that up, but I'm just saying they've done something that to get them right back in to where they came out of. And so our job is to try and have something available to them when they do come out. Okay, here's what we're going to do. As you already know, CFC has educated over 825 young people in the inner city, got them their CDL license, got them their jobs, and they're working and doing very well. So that's something we're trying to take around the country to help bring different things to different people that can help them, and I'm sure there's people in other areas doing things, to help their community. So I just wanted to share with you. I know I haven't been around for a minute. I haven't been on the radio. I've been in Chicago. I've been in Indiana. I've been in what's the other one? Where we actually started and put down roots is down in Indiana and Chicago. I went to one of the biggest churches, Black churches in Chicago. Oh my God, it was just awesome. I mean, they had their church could hold something like maybe 7,000, 8,000, maybe 10,000 people, and it's got a lot of history. And they I don't want to mess it up by trying to go over it, because I got some paperwork that I'm gonna bring, and we're gonna really go through it down in Chicago. I mean, I loved it. I love Chicago. I never thought I would like Chicago. I never thought I wanted anything to do with Chicago. I didn't want to go down there. I didn't want to visit down there. Years and years ago, I went there and I stayed in a hotel. I had gotten there and I wanted to go out. I was in a hotel looking over the Nile there. They have the nice boats and stuff that's right, like it's coming through the middle of the street.
Yeah.
And it was so cold that night I was there that I didn't even want to go out the room. I didn't go out the room. I went out and came back in. It was so cold in Chicago. And that's the only thing I remember about Chicago from 40 years ago.
It was colder than New York, Willie?
Oh, my brother.
Oh, yeah.
My
Oh,
brother.
yeah.
Like I say, I flew in there and I was looking to go out, and I was a young man, and
Step out and
hey,
yeah.
brother, I did not go out the hotel. I went out and came back in real quick.
Windy City.
I met some beautiful people in Chicago, and I'm just saying, we got beautiful people all over the world, and we want to keep our brothers and sisters in Ukraine. We want to keep them in prayer, the families. We don't want, I don't want a lot of our feelings to take over, because you say with young boys and girls and babies and women and children being killed in front of them and getting bombed and murdered, you would think that they would not have any room for any hatred, any racism or anything. But when you hear about the treatment that they're giving the Black
people, yeah,
in Ukraine, trying to come out, kicking them, beating them, and they wait in line for hours and hours. And when they get to the point where they can get out, they say, go back to the back of the line. You would think when you start hearing things like that, you lose the sympathy that you do, or the empathy that you have for them. You say, wow, why would they treat other people like that? Just human people, Blacks like that. And so you can't let that cloud your vision, and all people are not like that. No, and I think we still have to give prayers out to Ukraine, because what's happening to them in this day and time is just it's criminal. It's criminal what's happening. You can't kill babies and human beings, women and children, like it's nothing, and go to sleep at night, sleep like nothing's happening, eat food and go on like it's just another day or so. Right. To me, that it takes a certain kind of person to be able to do that. Listen, we're going to be going to a break, station break, and we're going to come back. When we come back, we're going to come back with Pastor Valerie. She's going to be bringing you an economical word that's going to help you with your insurance, with your, putting monies, saving monies, making money. So just stay with us. We'll be back shortly. And after that, then we're going to go right over to our brother Fitzgerald, and we're going to hear some words from our brother King Melvin when we get back. So stay with us. We'll be back in about 3 minutes, and we're going to go over to her, and then we'll be back in about 15 minutes. And then we're going to go over to our King Melvin, and then we're going to go to our Music Land with our brother Fitzgerald. Keep it locked. Don't you dare touch that dial. Be right back. Oh, how are you, Dowell? I think you got a bad connection. But anyway, hey, Dowell, I emailed the 5 o'clock program. I know it's at the last minute, but if you can put that on for me. Yeah, but I sent it earlier in the day. I sent it to what's his name, Victor. Yeah, came in today.
Hey, Willie, you hear me?
I got one email that came at 4:03.
I hear you, Anthony.
Oh, can you hear me? Early.
So, Darryl, when you go on, like, so can you hear me, Darryl?
Pardon me, I can hear you, Anthony.
I resent it actually because it was one that
I can hear you, Anthony.
way back days ago. And this is I wanted to replay it again. So it should be actually I sent it. You see it?
Stream on YouTube in order to cue the music, the videos that you want me to play.
The first one is Tamala Man. Tamala.
5 o'clock. Any one of
Tamala Man Press.
Programs, you can put that on.
Pardon me, I can hear you, Anthony.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm trying to see exactly.
I can hear you, Anthony.
Can you hear me?
This is I wanted to be.
I can hear you, Anthony. This is Daryl. I can hear you.
All right. Yeah. So what do I hit on?
Well, when you pull up the video, you know how to play a video on YouTube. You just pull a video up. You tap in Man, Tamala. You just hit the click. Click the link.
If I don't have
I
to turn out of.
I can hear you.
Hey, listen. Listen,
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
back.
I'm trying to
We
see.
are back.
I can hear you, Anthony.
Can you hear
You
me?
just click the link.
Hello?
You just click the link. I
Hello?
can hear you, Anthony. This
We
is
got
Daryl. I can hear
we
you.
got some feedback. Hold on. Yeah. So what do I hit on?
Yeah.
Well, when you pull up the video, click the link. You click the link. YouTube. You just pull a video
Well,
up.
praise God. Can you guys hear me?
Pamela.
Can you
Hello,
guys
Willie?
hear me?
Click the link.
If I don't have
Hello?
I can hear you,
Hey,
Anthony.
listen.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I'm trying to see.
We are back.
I can hear you, Anthony.
Can you hear
You
me?
just click the link.
Hello?
You just click the link.
Willie,
I can hear
Willie.
you, Anthony.
Yeah,
This is
we're
Daryl.
having a problem here. We're having that
Yeah,
same
so
problem again.
what
Let
do
me
I
try and find it.
on?
Yeah.
Well, when you pull up the video, click the link. You click the link. YouTube. You just pull a video
Well,
up.
praise God. Can you guys hear me?
Pamela.
I can hear you,
guys
Willie.
hear me?
Click the link.
We got that.
Hello?
We got that problem again. I can hear you.
Yeah, I see it.
I can hear you, Anthony.
Can you hear
You
me?
just click the link.
Hello?
You just click the link.
Willie,
I can hear
Willie.
you, Anthony.
Yes, we're having a problem here. We're having that same problem again. Let me try and find it. I just want to
Well, when you pull up the video,
let
click the
everybody
link.
know that we are having
Pull a video
some
up.
type of can you guys hear me?
Pamela.
I can hear
you
you,
guys
Willie.
hear me?
Click the link.
We got that.
Hello?
We got that problem again. I can hear you.
Yeah, I see it.
I can hear you, Anthony.
Can you hear
You
me?
just click the link. You just click the link.
Willie,
I can
Willie.
hear you, Anthony.
Yes, having a problem. Okay, that's a little bit better. Can everybody hear me now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, listen, I want to apologize to you for we have a few little technical difficulties here with our Zoom link here and at the studio, but we're going to have our Pastor Valerie is going to be coming on shortly. And until she do, we're just going to keep it going. Can you hear me, King Melvin? I don't know. Look, he's getting ready to speak. I don't know if he's going to speak. He can hear me. Okay, I can't hear you, King Melvin. Let me see. I think he may be muted. But anyway, we've had a spirited program today, and we just want to say it's been a great program. We've had some good times, but we had a chance to talk about some of the things that's going on. We have the the governor that's trying to give us the this new try to give us this new law that say that you can't say gay or anything like that. So we gave you a few of our feelings on it, and if you don't agree with what we are feeling and how we're looking, then we definitely can share your views and how you feel about it.
Man.
Yeah. Oh, so we do have King Melvin with us.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Yeah. We're just waiting.
You're still getting that echo though.
Well, I don't hear it over the radio over here, so we sound good over here.
You can hear me real well?
Very good. Yes. So,
yes.
Yes, and I hear you too, Brother Fitzgerald. Yeah, as I was saying, Brother, what we are just, I was just trying to close down with the telling the people some of the programs, some of the things that we went over with Will slapping Chris Rock, how the way he took it, he handled it. It could have went a lot of other ways, but he handled it very professional. So those are some of the things we spoke about today.
It's not going to go on the show.
Oh yeah, because I think it's on his end. I don't think it's here.
I'm starting it.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Anthony.
There was a thing he needed played at 5 o'clock. Yeah. Well, he sent an email.
King,
I don't know what that is.
give me your comments on it, your closing comments on it.
Wow.
I don't think it's
Anyway,
somewhere.
I don't think it is either.
He's trying to say something.
Yeah, I'm listening to you, King Melvin. King Melvin.
You wanted my feedback on it?
King
Hey,
Melvin,
Willie.
we hear you loud. I hear you loud and clear.
What is your feed? What you wanted my feedback on something?
No, yeah, I wanted your feedback on the conversations that we had based on the situation with the new law, don't say the gay, and also your ending comments on the situation with Will and Rock.
Well, again, I had was just sharing. It's always, I don't get into. The Holy Spirit taught me that man has created a concept of good and bad. Holy Spirit said they didn't have nothing to do with that. Good and bad, because that's another way of judging people. Christ said it the best. Judge not, and therefore you will not be judged. So I stayed neutral about that and Jesus said it profoundly. All those without sin, throw the first stone. Everybody had to take their raggedy behinds home and drop the stones and go home. So, and they used to try to gas Jesus' head up and say, you're good. And Jesus said, no, ain't nobody good but the Father. So I am Will and Will is me. So if I talk anything about Will, I'm really talking about myself because I can see, everybody can see themselves in everybody. So all of that about getting into the illusion that I'm different than somebody else. No, we are all one. So, we all can get out of tune now and then, but, it is what it is. And I'm not judging that. And about the gay thing, again, nobody has Daryl Fitzgerald's fingerprint. Nobody has Tony fingerprint. Nobody has King Willie's fingerprint. God did that he didn't do that by accident. He did that on purpose. He got people coming here, alexic. He got people here, artistic people. So they come here different on purpose. I don't care what we think. They come here on purpose. Again, not a leaf fall off the tree unless God let it be so. God can shut anything down if he wanted to, but why do we have so much difference and so much variety? The message is, it's all right to be different. We just don't have to, we can disagree without being disagreeable. So we have to learn to let people have their truth. If God did everybody free will, what's wrong with you, King Melvin? How come you can't let people be? And one time, God got jokes too. He said, King Melvin.
Yeah.
I said, yes, Lord. He said, can you mind your business? Just your business. And when he told me that, he said, how's that working? It's working good for me staying just minding my business and not getting in nobody else's business. Wars and everything has started because everybody's in everybody's business. So that's just my take on it, Willie. Very good. I love this show because you come up with some very good topics that bring the best out of all of us. So thank you for creating such a platform.
Well, thank you. I mean, the thing is, what we've, we like the gentleman that came on earlier, he says, we have our own, we don't have to listen to the media and let them put their spin on it. We can speak based on our group as we're not necessarily filtered and, where we have to see in other words, to try and say put forth their we don't have to put forth their views. We can say our real views, our own views based on how we really feel, and that's a good thing that we can do that. So that's one of the things that I'm happy about to be able to do, and so that so I'm going to go right over to Brother Fitzgerald. You with us?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you. Okay, you sound better.
Yeah, I think I had to turn down that volume a little bit. That's what I did.
Oh, okay, sounds much better. But based
Yes, it
on
does.
what we were just talking about, maybe you want to comment on it before we go over.
I think, the wise man there, King Melvin, I mean, he speaks so eloquently and so much wisdom. I like the fact I'm a free speech media guy, so I believe that we do have to have platforms where we can speak our own truth. Every person has their own truth, and we're all unique. So I'm a free speech advocate. So I'm really grateful we have this kind of platform where everyone can speak their own truth. We don't always have to agree. We can agree to disagree, but we can all speak our own truth.
Well,
and we can always provide our own views and perspectives on what impacts us or what impacts us as individuals. We can always bring that to the table, which I'm very grateful for. Grateful that we have this platform with us.
Yes, that's one of the blessings that God has blessed us with, and we thank God for it. There's not too many people that are able to be on New York radio and to be on Wall Street, and that it's got to be a blessing from God, because you just don't walk into places like that. The doors of things being open for us. But as I was saying, we really have to keep Ukraine in prayer, because what they're dealing with to me is just, to me it's just how can you in the 2022 shooting a war because you want to take something from them. I don't understand how the other countries can stand by and allow this. And I'm not trying to talk up World War III, but to let something like this, the same as it's like Hitler, allowing Hitler to become in power, to do something, and nobody is putting this guy in check. And so, everybody's saying, well, I want to stay out of it, which I understand. You don't want to, but if I saw somebody beating a woman up and I was walking by, I think the man in me would make me do something about it. Of course, nobody wants to get killed. Nobody wants to die. None of that. But if you see somebody hurting a child or a woman or another person, and you were in place or you could do something about it, I just think what's inside of me as a person, I'd have to react. I'd have to do something. I'd have to do something about it. So that's just me. But again, I don't know what the outcome of this is going to be. I don't know. Basically, I heard something to the effect that the Ukrainians were actually beating the Russians. They were actually driving them back, which makes sense. It's something that I could say, if it was America, we would all be out doing what we could do to try and defend our country. So I guess I'm just a little upset about seeing, those pictures of the people, babies and women and people being bombed and things like that. To me, I don't know what could be done. I don't know. I can't even, if they ask me, okay, you have one thing to do, I would just say, stop it, just completely stop it. But what really can be done? What can America really do to really stop this without getting involved with it by, technically speaking, they really are involved. Anytime you are, I said, if you're not my friend, you my enemy. If you're a friend of my friend, there's a saying, I don't even, what is it?
Right. If you're a friend of you're my enemy. Yeah, if you're a friend of my friend,
you my enemy.
No friend of my, yeah.
So, but what I'm saying, they're talking about, well, we don't want to stop the airspace. We don't want to do this. I think that's crazy because of the fact that if you're supplying weapons to kill the Russians, you're supplying Ukrainians weapons to kill the the aggressor, the Putin army. Well, you are fighting. You are helping fight because you're giving them what they need to beat these people. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't see. I don't see where it's no different. If somebody give me a gun to shoot you, well, and I got a gun, I'm going to try to shoot you and that person, the person that gave you that gun, because he's helping you shoot me. He's hurting you, helping you to hurt me. I mean, do you see it that way? Or am I just babbling?
You're right. You're right.
Well, it just always go back to we are responsible for our thinking, what we do, and what we say. There's a law in the universe. I ask God a lot of times, Holy Spirit, why do you let so much stuff go on, God? God said, I ain't got time for micromanaging. As a man soweth, so shall he reap it. So it is, people may think they're getting away with stuff, but whatever's in the dark, or as they say, it comes out in the light. So I'm just seeing if people are out of tune and they doing these things, ain't nobody put no 45 to nobody's head and making nobody do nothing.
Well, I don't know if you can say that, King. They are putting 45s to these people's head and trying to take their country from them. So they are actually putting a gun to their heads.
Well, if they're doing that, and that is so, you can't do. You have two choices. You have two choices in that moment. To just, it's nothing you can do about it or retaliate. But in that moment, like you were saying, you don't know what you're going to do in any situation. We don't know. We're talking, but somebody put a 45 to your head. We know about a lot of martyrs for Christ. Stephen for number one. I mean, when you got the right mind tuned and you're working for God, because sometimes we don't know why people come here and be martyrs. We don't know why these people are being pushed like that. It could be it's their plight to give notoriety to humanity, for us to have a better tolerance. And in that moment, when that gun is put to your head, if you are in tune with Christ, you know it's the bigger picture. Even if it takes your life, if you die for Christ and raise the humanity, you might have had to give your life to, because that's what you came here to do. But to the human understanding, it may look very bad to us. But I know, at least I believe, that if I die on a battlefield for Christ, I'm supposed to know that this flesh don't mean all of that compared to Christ. If I come to that point and somebody do put a gun to my head, I got two things to do: be afraid, and then you're not saying you believe in Christ. And I don't know how I might react, but I'm hoping that I'll be able to say, if I got to go this way for Christ, I'll spit at thee with my last breath. So, but I'm just saying, that's all I'm saying. So I'm glad you told me that they are being forced with a gun at their temple. But if you in line with Christ and that's how you got to go, I'm not going to have no problem with that. At least I'm hoping I ain't got no problem.
Tony, what happened?
You win anyway. If you die on a battlefield for Christ, you can't serve two masters. You can't serve fear and you can't serve God. So if somebody meet me in the alley today and I'm a Christian and I done devout my life to Christ, I got two ways to go: be fearful and beg for my life, or say, so be it, but I am definitely not going to cow down. I'm going to believe in my belief in Christ. Christ did it. But like you said, Will, so profoundly, we don't know what might happen in that moment.
True, true, so true, so true. I'm just going to jump in here and just let everyone know our Pastor Valerie Winters usually comes on around this time, and somehow her program was sent and somehow was messed up in the emails, and it didn't come through because I did send it this morning, and they can't find it in the radio room. So, but what we will do is be making it up. She will be coming on again, but right now we're just trying to, the timing is going, we're going to be going right over to our Music Land with our brother Fitzgerald at 5:30 again. So we just want to just let you know that our Pastor Valerie will be coming on next Wednesday at her time at 5 o'clock at 5 o'clock evening, 5 p.m. And so again, I want to say that. But anyway, getting back to you, King, let's see what Tony, what do you feel is happening? Do you feel as though that we are doing enough as United States to help the Ukrainian people?
Well, you can hear me, right?
Yeah.
All right, it's not too much echo or anything.
No, you're okay. Talk now. I mean, listen to you.
All right. My apologies to King Melvin. I was trying to see what it was a problem coming, like it was an echo, and I was trying to take care of it. So I didn't mean to cut them off before. Can I say that America is doing, I think we do too much. Sometimes we do enough, we overdo it, and other times we don't do enough. And I remember talking to a man from Afghanistan in my neighborhood some years back at a corner bodega, and he said that American government does nothing without self-interest. And he was, from the Middle East, and he didn't particularly agree with Americans, the American government coming over to his country, even though he loves America, he loves his homeland as well. But he didn't particularly like America coming over and doing a lot of the things that they were doing to his homeland. And he said that some of the stuff they were doing was fine, but a lot of it was self-interest. It was about money. It was about oil. It was about natural resources. So a lot of times we need to help, but we also tend to run to the rescue of other countries. It's like getting into a street fight. You don't know what that fight is about. And sometimes you shouldn't get involved. Sometimes you should stay out of other people's business. But we tend to play the big brother and want to go in and take care of everything. But we always have an agenda. It's never not a agenda. It's always something that we have interested in, and I believe that America has something to do with the Ukraine this time as well. And America is good for going over to other countries and taking over and implementing ourselves in, starting businesses and basically it's all about money. So that's all I really have to say.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you in some cases, but right now,
I'm not saying we don't help people, because we do need to help people, but sometimes
yeah, but I'm just looking at it. Yeah, okay. I'm just saying that if you can do something to prevent the people from being killed like this, when you're looking at seeing babies, young girls, young boys, young women, and young men being blown up, and everything they have is just blown up, and and what now, if we keep our hands off and keep out of it, that's one thing. We understand, okay, we don't want to get involved in somebody else's fight. But if we are saying, okay, we're going to give you the ammunition you need, we're going to give you the tanks you need, we're going to give you the anti-aircraft, we're going to supply you with that. I'm thinking that they're in the war. They are helping Ukraine defeat Russia. So why not give them the airspace, the don't fly airspace, to keep them from being bombed and killed like that? Because technically they are supporting Ukraine with weapons. So that's all I'm saying, you know.
Yeah, but then I also heard that some of those weapons wound up in the hands of the Russians.
Oh, really? I didn't hear that.
Yeah. It's. I think it's a norm of war. You know, people are fighting. It's like me giving you a handgun, and then the person that I give you the handgun in order to help you out, they beat you up, and then they take the gun from you, and they started using it against me. You know. So.
Yeah. Well, that's similar to what I'm saying. That's similar to what I'm saying. You know, fact of the matter is, if I help you beat up somebody, then I'm in that fight with you. That fight is between you, that person, and me, because I'm supporting you. I'm giving you, and you know, if you don't have nothing to shoot that guy with, and I say, oh, here, take this. You take it and shoot that guy. You're just as responsible as I am for shooting him, because you put the gun in my hand to shoot him. I mean, am I wrong?
That's one way to look at it, though. That's one way to look at it. You can look at it like this. You can have a scrawny guy dealing with a bully who's armed, and you decide, well, you know, it's not a fair fight. So at the very least we could do is try to give you something to help you fight off this bully who has weaponry. That's you know, you can look at it like that. You know, that's how I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it like that. And then the war is ugly, and then there's different levels to it. You know, a lot of different levels to it. So that airspace thing is really crucial in terms of any type of assistance when you do air. You know, you in full-fledged support in war, and I think there's certain type of ramifications that we don't want to backfire on this country for the levels of our involvement in this thing. So we might take the person who we look at as being the scrawny person that's, you know, being bullied by someone with a weapon, and put something in his or her hand to try to fend them off, like giving somebody a bat. Somebody's attacking you with a gun, so we give them a gun so they could defend themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking at.
Well, I hear what you're saying, and the only thing is, I'm only just saying that they're saying we don't want to be tied down in a war, but yet, if I was a Russian, if I was Putin, I'd count you as an enemy, and you're already in the war because you are supplying the enemy or the people that I'm trying to fight. You're supplying them to help them fight me. So that's just one way I was looking at it. Anyway,
that's probably how he's looking at it. It's duly noted. That's probably how he's looking at it. Yeah.
That's the other thing about they were trying to recruit Black people, Africans, to go and help Ukraine fight Russians. But then they were saying in the news and in the headlines that if you come to help the Ukrainians, that be prepared for racism, that they'll wind up calling you the N-word and all this other stuff. And I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
There's a basketball player that's trapped in now.
Yeah, female basketball player.
Yeah.
Well,
she's hostage here now.
No, she's in Russia. She's not in Ukraine.
In Russia, in Russia.
That's a whole.
Yeah, she's in Russia.
That's a whole nother story, because she went over there with drugs.
You know, we can say that. You know, we can't say all Ukrainians are racist and have a thing. We just can't lump everybody up. So I think that little spat that we've heard and saw on TV, I think is isolated. I want to look at it that way. I don't want to say to myself, you know, these people are dying, but yet they have time to spit on, kick a Black person. I don't want to think that way. So I still get my prayers out, send my prayers out for them, and my little donations that I do give, you know, when they ask for them, I'll still do that, because I think everybody, you know, we're human, and we are entitled to some mistakes. I mean, we just are. But anyway, I just want to thank everybody for tuning in and being with us today. And we had a great spirited conversation about some issues, some real issues. Well, at least one real issue, the issue with Will with Chris Rock. That's something that could have been avoided. But anyway, listen, I want everybody to stick with us. We're gonna get ready to go over to Music Land with our brother Fitzgerald, and he's gonna take us through. I don't know what he has planned for us today, but God bless you, brother Fitzgerald.
Well, God bless you, Brother Willie. This has been a spirited show. I'm Candy Darrell, and this is Welcome to Music Land, where we support music creators and produce music songs. When you want to build on your muse, contact Welcome to Music Land, where you will find something good on the other side. So we have a great appreciation for music here on Welcome to Music Land, and we're here to be support to anyone who is creative and wants to create songs. We're just here. We have a nice consortium of different people who can support you in that process and support you wherever you may be in that creative process, or where you might be in the music industry. You need particular types of help. And we also get to play some great music on air. This is a great way to get your music out to a general audience and get your branding out there. More people, more eyes and ears on who you are and what you do. I also like to say that I am a gospel music supporter, so I do share music and every week donate. I actually submit music for review amongst a lot of DJs and things all across the nation to help gospel artists get on like 3 different charts. I also have the ability to if you submit your music videos to me, I also can get those music videos on different specific digital TV shows, like Lightsource 60 Television, other different type of venues if you want an opportunity to have your gospel music videos played. But today I have two great selections. The first one is by Pamela Mann. It's called Press. I have 2 gospel songs this week, Willie. Anthony, do you have that queued up?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. You want me to?
Yeah, you can just go right into it if you have it.
Right.
You can just play it. Pamela Mann, Press. From her One Way album. Is it queued up?
You hearing?
Willie, can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you.
Okay.
Adele, I think he's trying to play it from the computer.
Yeah, I had gave him instructions in terms of just, playing it and put it to the mic like you normally do.
Oh no. Well, yeah. Well, see, you didn't send him the link.
No, he has it. He has both links, and I gave him a lot of prep.
All right. Yeah. Well, what we'll do, I'm going to be there next week, and I'll go over with him to show him how to put it on, because I want to hear these young men's music also. So, you, Tony. Hello, Tony. Can you hear me? Tony, we can't hear you at all. Tony, we can't hear you. Hello. Hello.
Hello?
Can you play it on your end? Yeah, can you hear us, Tony?
Yeah, we're playing the song now.
We're not hearing it. It's not coming over. So do you have the red light pushed on the and the pan up for that? That's the next one down in the all the way to the end. I'll tell you what we're gonna do. Let me do this.
I sent them to you as well.
Yeah, Joe, go ahead. Hey, Joe, you bring it up and play it so the listening audience. We'll just have to do a little bit better on next week to rehear it. I like it to come strictly from the studio because.
But do you have it, Willie? Because I sent it to you as well.
No, I don't have it. I see Dawool is in the studio there, so I think he's trying to put it on. So there's a possibility for him to put it on. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
it's on my messenger.
It's on your messenger. The same link.
Yeah. I got to speak with Gary because he's very knowledgeable of bringing stuff on Zoom. He plays it right from the computer on Zoom. So I'll take care of it a little later. But is that Tamala?
You're not able to play it from your phone?
No, I'm not able to play it from my phone either because I'm actually on the iPad and no way to physically connect it to the iPad so it can come over Zoom. But anyway, I see.
I have it here.
Yeah, okay, you can. I think you just want to tell us what it is, and you can put it over, and we'll just have to revisit it again so that you get the full sound of it. Because I think coming over the second or third party, it doesn't come over full.
Right. Well, this is Tamala Mann Press. Tamala Mann Press from her One Way album.
You got no reason to swear. All I can bring, and I know you're scared. There's no reason to be afraid. Worry won't get you very far. Every trial makes you who you are. So you gotta press through the fire. You gotta press through the pain. You're gonna see it at the moment. Sunshine from the rain. All the worst is behind you. Put a smile on your face. 'Cause you're gonna make it. Yeah, you're gonna make it. Make it through the air. Cause you're gonna leave it at the moment. You're gonna make it. There's a song to sing. You just have to try. And there goes all the while. It sings in every key to those who have survived. Can fall the tears in their eyes. Oh, worry and won't get you there. And every child makes you who you are. So you gotta press through the fire. You gotta press through the pain. Yes, you are. All the world is behind you. Don't put a smile on your face. You're gonna make it. Yeah, you're gonna make it. So you gotta press through the fire. You gotta press through the pain. That's the moment, yeah. Shine away. All of the worst is behind you. I want to smile on your face. You're gonna make it, yeah. You're gonna make it. The pain, the pressure, the pain in my heart, in my mind. Oh, I need you to be my guide.
Wow, that was nice.
Yeah, that's
That was
Pamela
real nice.
Mann. Press, yeah. Something positive, something encouraging in the times that we live in. So was you able to hear it okay?
Yeah, no, I heard it, but again, once it's played over the system in the studio, it comes full and good. But no, we heard it. It was good. She's good
Yeah.
all by herself.
Yeah, she is. Pamela Mann. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, hopefully we'll be able to work this out during the week before the show.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
I should have been there myself. But anyway, we want to thank our brother Anthony for being, on call and on the controls there at the studio. He's learning the board and, a lot of things he's learning, but he's really catching it really quickly. So what's the story for Pamela? Are you doing anything with her? Are you bringing her back on? Or what?
She's just a positive song that I thought would be encouraging to the 930 AM WPAT community. Both selections that I'm wanting to play today, just encouraging, I think,
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I her music is loved. I know that we was able to put her on the CFCgospelradio.com also,
Yeah. This other song, I don't know if we have time for it, but It's Working by William Murphy. It's a nice one too.
Yeah, well, we're down coming to the wire here.
Okay. Yeah.
But
Well, that's welcome to Music Land this week. And if anyone is interested in what we offer, having their music played on New York radio or any of the other services that we want to provide to support you and what you do musically, certainly give me a call. I'm at 860-922-6983. That's 860-922-6983. Leave a voice message or a text, and I surely would get back to you.
Wow.
Hey,
Yeah.
thank you.
Hey, now don't you have a website also, Brother Fitzgerald, for them to go to?
Well, yeah, certainly. We do a lot of positive things for artists. We do artist management. You can check us out at www.muzyc.biz. That's www.muzyc.biz. There's some selections of music there. Also some video productions there that might interest you. Definitely just doing our best to try to do some positive things in the community support of us in the music industry.
Yes, but that's a good thing. I like the way that you work with the young men or the young artists that comes through. You kind of help them. Have you heard anything from T-Sav lately?
You know what? I reached out to him when he sent me a song, and I thought it was a really phenomenal song, and he was trying to get a feature. And I was just giving him some good advice about the process of trying to getting a major artist to do a feature. I haven't heard back from him, but I did text him. I try to follow up and follow through with him, but I haven't heard back from him. Yeah, but I did follow up. You know me, I'm gonna definitely do that professional thing and follow up with people. But I haven't heard back from him.
Well, yeah, he did get in touch with me. Yes, hey, how's it going?
Hey,
you guys are back.
I wanted to apologize. I had the video and I played it, but something was on mute. I had to unmute it. That's why you guys didn't hear it on your end.
Well, we'll get it next time. You'll have it.
Okay.
It'll be. I'm pretty sure right now Dawool is going to be showing you.
Oh, he came in the studio and helped out. Yeah, we appreciate that, Dawool. But it was just on mute. That was it.
Sometimes a little this, a little that can throw off the whole thing. Because sometimes my problem, sometimes I have a pan down. You got to make sure the pan is up, it's engaged.
But the apologies is to the Dara. We did play the music. The other one is queued up with William Murphy. If you want to play that.
We don't have the time right now, but what we're going to do is next week we'll have the full program available for them. We want to just go right over to our King Melvin and let him give his, he said his not necessarily resume, but who he is and about him and how you can get in touch with him. He can tell us a little bit about mind tuning.
No, thank you, Willie Saunders. It's basically, I'm very excited. God gave me a lot of gifts. Singer, songwriter, musician, screen actor. Been in theater because I was a abused foster child. I was adopted, ran away from the orphans and foster care and became a runaway. And the streets became my friend with all kind of twists and turns and violence and being angry kid, being grown up in the hard streets of New York, just a powder keg ready to explode. And one day I ran into a theater group, and that theater group saved my life because it taught me to let go and release. And from that space, I was able to reinvent and recreate myself. So I created this philosophy called the mind tuning philosophy. And a lot of things that the human being is probably going to be one of the most powerful conversations about the human phenomenon. As far as I'm concerned, the human being is one of the most fascinating and most exciting one of God's creations. So my philosophy is basically, it's simple. If a mind is out of tune, the life is going to be out of tune. If your life is in tune, if your mind is in tune, your life is going to be in tune. So it's going to be a conversation that have people to take control. If they don't like who they're being or they don't like how their life is turning out, we need to be clear. We do have the power to reinvent ourselves and recreate ourselves. So that's what Mind Tuning is going to be about. We're setting up a nonprofit organization to be able to help, because most people say, what's wrong with the kids? What's wrong with the kids? There's nothing wrong with them. Their minds are just out of tune. And Willie, you see it all the time when you create a safe space.
Yes.
For kids to really be open and let you know what's going on with them. They can't move forward unless they get rid of the baggage. So that's what my program is mostly about. We met with the mayor a couple of weeks ago. He's very excited about us. We call it the King Melvin Queen Barbara kids, and we're gonna give these kids everything. So just by knowing Willie and just by knowing Fitzgerald and Tony, we're going to have a lot to give these kids because we're here not just for ourselves. We're here for a bigger purpose to help all of these children and people that's hurting. God gave us a lot. So if we put like superheroes, we all superheroes in the name of God. And if we put our powers together, we will do miracles for these children. It's no accident that we survived. We wasn't no choir boys, but we survived. Why you think God had us to survive? Because we have to magnify him and all of the glory that he give us to share with these children. So I'm excited about producing this television show and being able to just share all of our gifts to all of the people that's going to be coming around us. So I thank you for this platform because it's God, it's God that's putting us together, and it's bigger than us. You hear it every time. And I just thank you for giving me an opportunity to talk about the mind tuning philosophy. So this is going to be a conversation that's going to go over the globe, because that's how my sister and I became the phoenix. We rose out of the ashes of the street and
Mhm.
became a new creature in Christ.
Wow. Well,
Yeah,
praise
yeah.
God. Thank you so much, King Melvin. I want to thank you, Tony.
Thank you.
For hosting and putting it together, doing the board,
Oh
turning
man,
on the spirit of the moment.
I gotta give him kudos.
I made it.
He's like a champ. You'll
I-
be
Hey,
proud of him,
listen,
Willie. I know
I was
you're
getting
proud
too
of him.
happy.
I know you guys. I mean, he might want to get me for just throwing him out there, to have
Oh,
to
that's all
do
right.
it, but he's doing it. I want to give a big shout out to our brother Fitzgerald, Candid Darrell. I want to thank him for all of what he does. We also want to give a big shout out to
Thank you.
our sister Claudine, who we missed, our brother Gary, and also our brother JC Joseph, the young man that came on that had so much
Yes.
information. Yeah, I just want to say that it's funny you said something about Safe Haven, King Melvin. That's exactly the name of the program that we are working with now. It's called Safe Haven Community Center for post-incarcerated young people, and it's spearheaded with our from our Dr. Connor, and it's Dr. Connor's Returning Youth Initiative. And so, it's sprouting up around the country in different places. And so we just wanted to stay with. I thank Dr. Connor for having the heart to do what he does. I mean, like I say, we went down to, we went over to Chicago. We went to Indiana. We actually started an office there in Indiana. And they're in so many other places that they're just sprouting up. And we thank God for that, to have people in our world that has the heart for the young people, and just not have the heart, but doing something about it. And we want to give a big shout out to them. Just want to invite everyone to tune in with us on Friday, every Friday from 3 to 4, and every Tuesday from 3 to 3:30. Then we have none other than our very own Dr. Ben Johnson, and he brings it. He when he comes, he brings it. And with Coach Up every Tuesday at 3 to 3:30, and right up. I'm sorry, from 3:30 to right on up to 3:45, and right after that, we go right over to the Christian Fellowship Council with none other than our very own Pastor Elder Casper Staten, which handles our radio, which is CFC, gospelradio.com, 24 hours, gospel music and ministry. You can hear it anytime. Also on Wednesdays, let me go back to Tuesdays, from 5 to 6 p.m. you have the Man of God, none other than our Pastor Apostle Garrison, which they have prayer for you right there on the radio. They have a dynamic a radio program that really gets right into what's happening in your life. You call in program every Tuesday from 5 to 6 p.m. And then on Wednesday, you have yours truly, where we go 3 hours straight. We are bringing it to you. And don't let us get into something that's real spirited, because it's sometimes a little
heated,
deep,
right?
but we have good time. And we just want to invite you to our other programs. On Sundays, we go right over to WSNR 620 on your AM dial from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. with our Pastor Staten, bringing it to you. Nothing but ministry, pastors, churches, and great music right on up to 10 p.m. Sunday afternoon. So we, let you know you can join us there and help us with some of our programming. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Also, you can find out a little bit about the Christian Fellowship Council, CFC. If you go to CFC page, the CFCPAGE.com, that'll give you a little insight on our different programs that we offer to help, real estate, school, trucking, nursing, different programs that we have within the Christian Fellowship Council that you can participate in and do some things. If you want to get your diploma or your certificate, you can go right through some of our programs. You get your real estate license. You can go right through some of our programs and get them. So again, we want to thank everybody for tuning in today. I've had a great time. I'm telling you, every time I'm with the brethren, I just enjoy it. And we really, really miss our sister Claudine, because she's usually here telling us what to do and what to talk about. And I got to tell you, I got to take a plane, because y'all know already, Dr. Johnson, he's something else.
Oh, right.
And like I said, when he comes, he brings it. So he'll be in. You guys will hear him next Tuesday at 3:00, and then he'll come on at 3:30 with Coach Up, just bringing some words of wisdom and helping us. And listen, we're going to be having some words of wisdom from we always get words of wisdom from our King Melvin, but he's going to be bringing a program and doing a whole program to help us know more and help us more about mind tuning. I just want to say again, before we go off, I want to thank everybody. We love everybody. Don't forget, tune in with us this Friday from 3 to 4 p.m. And we also have our top 10 with Anthony Boyd from 3:30 to 4 on Friday, every Friday evening. Yes. So again, I am excited. Thank you so much, Brother Tony.
Thank you. Sorry for my rookie mistakes.
Oh no, don't even think about it.
I had to put on mute.
Good to have you back, Willie. Good to have you back, man.
Oh man, I'm here. We're here. We gonna be doing it. Thank you, King Melvin. Thank you, Brother Fitzgerald. All of you out there, and we just want to say peace. We love you, and we will see you Tuesday evening, and then we'll be right back here on Tuesday and Wednesday again. So again, peace, my brothers. Love you guys. Take care.
Love you too, brother. Yep.